whole lot more.
That is not what a testicular...
What it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD. Now, one of my favorite off-brand characters on Family Guy is, of course, none other than Dr. Hartman. Good Lord, does he say some questionable things, though. You guys have sent me a compilation of Family Guy funny moments. Let's do this. I mean, more than 11.
16 episodes where Dr. Hartman from Family Guy stole the show. In the episode, And Then There's Fraud, a cashier compliments Stewie, saying that he looks older than his actual age. But Stewie takes the shit to heart. He begins using Botox and all sorts of weird cosmetic items to look younger. But eventually, the kid gets a terrible idea.
Wow! I can't believe this! Daryl, Hannah, it is an absolute pleasure. I loved you in Splash.
He needs you to help fix his face. Is it a simple procedure?
Oh, sure. We just break every bone in his face and then smush him back into position.
Where'd you get your medical degree from?
I went to BU. You know our fight song, right? Doi, 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 doi.
Who the f would give a baby plastic surgery? This guy right here, and I love him for it. Turns out, though, Dr. Hartman was not very qualified for this job.
Wow, Dr. Hartman really did a good job.
He told me bed rest and ice packs for 2 days so it can set, but I'm not missing picture day.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, Tyler, do you remember this?
I do. We've come a long way.
We've come a lot of ways.
Dude, remember when Bonnie was preggo for like the first 7 seasons of the show? This was finally
7
resolved
years
in the
straight.
season 7
Longest
episode,
pregnancy in any
Ocean's
show.
3.5.
Hey, fellas, y'all set for some paintball?
You bet. God, Joe, finally! Is your watch paralyzed, too?
Guys, I don't think I can make it today. It's looking like Bonnie might go into labor any minute. Sorry, fellas. Have a good time.
We are gonna figure out a way to induce labor and make Bonnie have that baby.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
I'm here to induce birth. I'm gonna turn on 2.5 men. If your baby isn't totally brain dead, it'll come rushing out to change a channel.
Guys, Bonnie's going into labor!
Fortunately, Dr. Hartman is there to assist.
All right, Mrs. Swanson, you're doing fine.
Hey, Peter, don't you want to watch this? It's a beautiful miracle of nature.
You can just tell me what it looks like.
You ever see a horse blink his eye?
Push! Push!
Get out of there!
Hold on, the wheelchair is coming first. And here's the baby. It's a beautiful baby girl.
I'm so happy for you.
Oh my God, she's dying.
What?
Oh, sorry, I was watching this Paula Poundstone comedy special.
She's beautiful. Isn't she, sweetheart?
She sure is, Joe.
It's hard to believe she's already 18.
In Living on a Prayer, Stewie has a playdate with his friend Scotty. Everything is going fine until Lois notices the young kid acting strange. This kid is clearly sick, and there's only one man for the job.
Mrs. Griffin, it's a good thing you brought this child in. I'm afraid he's very sick. His lab work shows he's suffering from Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Are you saying Scotty has cancer?
I don't know, I didn't read the whole Wikipedia entry, but the good news is that what he has is highly treatable, with radiation first and, if necessary, chemotherapy.
Oh, for God's sake.
Look, do you have any idea how expensive medical school is?
No, I don't.
Well, it's probably pretty expensive.
In season 18's Moving In, Brian finds out that, behind his back, he has been the star of a popular book series written by Stewie. It sounds cool at first, but the book is not very flattering to Brian.
I really did.
My catchphrase is herf.
Almost laughed and spit my food right into my computer screen.
About the pancreas?
Oh, look who decided to show up. I swear, the quicker appearances are always the most up. This next episode is a banger. Meg and Chris trade places with Lois and Peter in season 9's Trading Places. That was a clean setup. Like, give me my credit. Anyways, at the end of this episode, Chris works himself into a heart attack, and we see Elmer acting sketchy as
What the hell is it with that school that every time you walk in there, somebody wants $10?
If we're that desperate for money, isn't there something we can do? And maybe we could ask to borrow some from Mr. Quagmire.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? No, it's a good idea. Let's just go right now and tell everyone how much of a failure I am.
But
When did they get married?
Oh, my God. I think Chris is having a heart attack.
Be cool, be quiet, be quiet.
Really?
All right, well, nothing to worry about. Chris is going to be just fine.
Oh, Chris, I'm so glad you're okay.
What happened?
You had a heart attack, sweetie.
A heart attack?
Yeah, you almost worked yourself right into the ground, buddy.
Boy, I thought being a grown-up would be easier than being a kid. But it turned out it was just as hard.
Why the f is this dude running from the police? I ask myself this question every day. We're going way back for this next episode. Death is a all the way back to season 2. When Lois and Peter are messing around at the beginning of the episode, they notice that Peter has a weird lump. That's definitely not healthy. So, guess who Peter visits?
Give it to me straight, Doc. How long do I have? You have about a month to live. But hey, what the hell do I know? I've been sued by every patient I ever had. Look at the size of this file. Wow. Let's just wait for the test results.
Just saying, this was actually Dr. Hartman's first ever appearance in Family Guy. Just a little random fact for you guys. Anyways, after some tests, Peter is sent to see the doctor again. And of course, this dude has to make weird.
Oh, this doesn't look very good at all.
My nephew drew my portrait. It doesn't look a thing like me.
Will you just tell us about Peter's test?
Mr. Griffin, all your tests came back negative. As it turns out, the lump on your chest was just a fatty corpuscle.
Fatty corpuscle? Wait a minute. How the hell can a dead comedian from the silent movie era be lodged in my left bosom?
Mr. Griffin, I'm saying you're fine.
What, are you coming on to me now?
He's trying to tell you that you're healthy.
Can it be both?
This next episode, Fertilized Meg, is about Meg becoming a mother. Well, not exactly. Bruce and Jerry want to have a baby, so they get Meg to be their surrogate.
I don't know how you handle all these kids every week.
I like children. Always wanted one of my own.
You'd be a great dad, Bruce. You should totally have a kid.
It's anatomically impossible for a man to get pregnant. I guess it's just not in the cards for Jeffrey and me. After all, you can't make a bun without an oven.
I have an oven. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have a lot of suitors.
But at least she's able to have a baby.
I can't have a baby. Mom, Dad, I'm having Bruce and Jeffrey's baby.
What do you say we take this party to the top of the stairs?
Top of the stairs. It's not an abortion. It's an oopsie.
Of course, they need to see a professional. And be honest, who's more professional than Elmer Hartman, the worst doctor in Quahog?
Oh, this is embarrassing. We wore the same thing. Let it be noted that I was the one to change this time. The fertilization of the hella more attractive egg was a success. Yes, so now we just have to implant that very hot embryo into Meg's body. Nurse, reel in the implantation cannon. You guys are gonna love this thing. A clown died in there, but I think we got them all out.
As the pregnancy continues, Meg's water eventually breaks, and you'd think Dr. Hartman would be supportive of Meg, but...
Meg, I'm just going to check the contractions. Should've, would've, hadn't. Ma'am, 'twas. Oh, they're getting closer together. Okay, we're out of gloves, so I'm gonna catch it with this Panda Express bag. Panda bags are medical grade. Just never use a Subway bag. I've had like 4 go right through. Oh, it's in the bag already.
She's beautiful.
Subway bag? That is some amazing healthcare right there. Our next episode, From Russia with Love, is primarily about Brian getting his Instagram hacked. But the B plot is all about our girl Lois and some unsolved beef.
Hey guys, I brought in your paper. Anyway, I have a proposal for the two of you. Are the two of you free tonight for a double date? I'm seeing this girl and I think she's something special.
Len, that's wonderful. And you're sure she's not a sex worker this time?
No, I'm pretty sure. I've offered her money many times and she hasn't taken it.
We'd love to go.
Ooh, the Quag's got a girlfriend.
Hey, get off me!
I can't wait to meet this new girlfriend at Quagmire.
Dad, I don't get it. She's
normal. My God. It's her!
Lois does not like this at all, and it's for good reason.
Quagmire's girlfriend is my old junior high school bully, Stephanie. Peter, you don't know this because you met me in high school, but middle school was a painfully awkward phase for me. I had horrible acne. I had to wear a back brace, and to make things worse, only one of my boobs had come in. The other kids were cruel and would call me horrible names.
Look, it's Schooly Lois!
But the worst bully of them all was Stephanie.
Hey, Lois, watch your step. Your shoe's untied.
No one even tried to help. Stephanie never even apologized. And junior high trauma is something you don't recover from.
Yeah, I'd hate her too. Also just saying Lois was kind of bad back in the day. Damn. Later that night, Stephanie manages...
Baby had back, but it was hunchback. And you don't want to go after disabled cheek. Not gonna tell that story.
To hit it off with the others at dinner. However, back at home, Lois is absolutely losing it over this girl. She gets so triggered that this eventually happens.
I love that she had to ask what caprese was. What a dumb bitch.
What's going on with your face?
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe it's a giant grin, huh? From having triumphed over my former bully.
There's a rash forming on the back of your legs.
Ah, son of a bitch!
Lois, what the hell's going on with you?
I think seeing Stephanie brought back one of my old junior high school panic attacks.
Oh, phew. Lois seems to be doing okay.
You guys know what this means, right? It's time for a visit to the hospital. Yeah, dude. When Lois gets there, Dr. Hartman makes quite the entrance, and as always, he is not very useful.
And then Nurse McGuire gave everyone a Valentine except for me. I want to be picked up now, Mom.
Dr. Hartman, I feel like I'm turning back into my old teenage self. I ran into a girl who terrorized me in junior high. She used to call me Scully Lois.
Like scoliosis. That's very good. I just learned what that is today, as a matter of fact. I think you're suffering from severe nerd damage.
What's that?
All nerds are one tossed-off joke away from reverting to their worst, most humiliating selves. Find the coolest guy in school and give him a tug behind the bleachers.
Does that really work?
Why don't we go find out?
Lois is diagnosed with severe nerd damage by our favorite doctor, and by the end of the episode, it's revealed that Stephanie never pushed Lois into the pool, and it was all a misunderstanding. Dr. Hartman, though, of course, only made it worse. Gotta love him for it. Peter has done a lot of dumb on Family Guy, and the episode Ratings Guy is no exception. This dude literally ruins cable. He buys so many cable boxes, thus giving himself a crazy amount of influence over TV ratings, and then uses this to change certain movies and shows.
What the hell's going on here?
We're no longer one Nielsen family. We're 100. More boxes, more power.
Mad Men Production Office.
Could I speak with John Hamm, please?
Hello?
Hello, John Hamm? Look, your show is really boring. But don't worry, I got some ideas on how you can jazz it up.
I don't need your suggestions, pal. I've been a big celebrity for a year and a half now.
We'll see how this plays out. We're not watching Mad Men no more. Hello?
Look, I may have been a little rash. Our ratings have dropped 50%. Whatever suggestions you have, I'll listen. Gentlemen, in baseball, 3 strikes and you're out. But 3 lucky strikes and you're in.
Wait till you see Breaking Bad. Now it's on roller skates.
Sleep tight, truck. Sleep tight, bird. You see that, Peter?
Bird. What the hell?
You ruined television. Now it's just a big old silly mess.
What the hell with you guys? You're just jealous because I get to say what's on TV now.
Yeah, this dumb messes everything up for everyone. Eventually, even Peter's friends turn on him for this. But worst of all, Dr. Hartman eventually starts to switch up on us too. What the f***? I thought this guy was chill.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Nielsen himself. Nurse, who's the worst doctor in this hospital?
You are.
Hey, what can I do for you?
You gotta help me with this nasty gash.
What seems to be the problem?
It's my husband.
Well, you've got a lot of nerve coming in here after what you did to television. Now get out!
You took an oath when you went to medical school.
I took a lot of things when I went to medical school. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to answer this. Hello? What?
Imagine being a certified doctor and actively choosing to not help someone just because they ruined television. That's crazy. Also, I mean, no offense, Elmer. I always had my suspicion, but it's hilarious that he's considered to be the worst doctor in town. It makes sense, right? Here's another old one. It's from season 4, and it was the first time we were ever introduced to Lois's brother Patrick. Turns out this dude is actually a serial killer, but he only kills fat guys. We gotta rewind to the beginning of the episode though. Lois wants Peter to go in for his physical exam, and of course, Dr. Hartman makes this extra funny.
So, is Peter healthy?
My goodness, you'll be dead within a month.
What?
Oh, Hagar the Horrible, if you keep up that lifestyle of pillaging and giant turkey legs, you'll be dead within a month.
So, what do you think? Pretty healthy, eh?
Well, Mr. Griffin, let's take a look at your physical results. Mr. Griffin, you're going to expire in a month. This is your driver's license, isn't it? But now, on to the cancer.
Oh, my God.
You are a Cancer, right? You were born in July? My, they're much worse than I thought. My son got a D- on his history test.
Please, we can't take any more shtick. Is Peter healthy?
Oh, yeah, he's fine. He's just really fat.
Wait, hang on a second. Did you just say I was fat?
Yeah, you are pretty fat.
Okay, this is news to me.
Yeah, Peter is just fat, but this nearly gave the Griffins a heart attack. Next up is White Meg Can't Jump. Another Meg episode. Yeah, this is going to be a regular thing. I don't know why, but Dr. Hartman is always popping up in Meg episodes. They're actually my favorite, so it's fine. But anyways, in this episode, Meg of all people becomes a star basketball player at school, all thanks to a certain family member.
Hey, Quagmire, what are you doing here?
Believe it or not, I actually care about Adam West High School girls basketball, and I find it relaxing here. Just me and the goth kids who come here to actively ignore the game.
Okay, Griffin, you're up next. Take a shot.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Meg, I can see your penis. Yeah, she looked.
She did look.
What are your feet nailed to the ground?
You're on the team.
All right. I'm gonna go tell all the guys at the brewery, like Rudy's dead.
For once, Peter is a proud dad. This dude will not shut up at Meg's games, and this fuels Meg to play even better. But Peter eventually takes it a little too far.
Oh, suddenly the fighty whiteys is offensive?
Take off the sweatshirt.
Hey, Meg, you play like Kobe. Beef!
Jiminy Christmas!
Uh-oh, Peter, maybe you better take a break from yelling for a bit.
Don't throw it to Griffin! She said...
Oh no, Peter lost his voice at just the worst time.
I wonder if Dr. Hartman can help.
Well, he lost his voice, Dr. Hartman.
I'm gonna microwave my lunch right now, but I just want you to know I'm totally listening.
So anyway, my husband lost his voice
Sorry, what do you think, 20 seconds?
30 seconds, then check it. Are you gonna help us?
He needs to rest his voice. He absolutely must not talk for at least a week. He could damage his vocal cords and lose his voice forever. Ugh, not even close.
A calzone would slap right now, dude. In Our Idiot Brian, Meg is struggling in school, so she gets Brian to dress up like her and complete some of her exams. However, this dude is not nearly as smart as he thinks, and fails.
Okay, Brian, you can do this. My locker.
Meg, I thought we were going to try to work on that.
Hey, other teens. How about our youth culture, am I right?
Yeah, I guess. All right, before we start, who's giving me a ride home? Not you, a girl.
For luck, Meg. We're all rooting for you.
I got my SAT scores. We scored 1,000.
Nice! 1,000 on the nose.
Brian, that's 1,000 out of a possible 2,400. That's the worst score in my class. Why did I ever think you were smart?
That's not possible.
From here, the episode focuses on Brian and Peter bonding over not being smart. That is until this happens.
Oh, no way. Oh, man, I am buzzing hardcore.
Brian, what the deuce? How could one bad test score transform you into a complete moron?
Man, I've never felt better, Beef Stew. Bazinga!
Like what the gay scientist says. Hey, Brian, say something else from TV.
What you talking about, Phyllis?
Ah, gross. He's getting his nose period.
Brian, the good news is we've stopped the bleeding.
But Dr. Hartman, why did he lose consciousness?
I did a CAT scan.
On a dog.
We laughed about that, too. Brian has a brain tumor.
Oh, my God.
Surely Brian can depend on a doctor to help, right?
And do you think the brain tumor might explain why Brian's been acting so odd lately?
I suppose anything is possible.
Dr. Hartman, what's the prognosis?
Well, it says here Brian's tumor is for office use only.
Benign. It says benign.
Oh, Brian, that's wonderful news. You're going to be okay.
Well, since Brian's tumor poses no immediate threat, we can schedule surgery to remove it, and he'll be back to his old self in no time.
I'm never going back to my old self. I rock like this. Either take the tumor out of him or put one in me. I can't stand this.
Don't worry, Stewie. He's gonna get it removed. But this gives us another Dr. Hartman moment. As you've seen, Dr. Hartman is a weird guy, literally the most bizarre character on Family Guy. And that's saying a lot, considering Herbert also exists in this world. I mean, just take a look at what this guy brings into work.
Stay. Sorry, I couldn't find a sitter. You all have the flu. But luckily, you got here in time.
How long before she can make dinner again?
Oh, don't worry. Everyone should make a full recovery in a couple of days. It's very rare that someone would be around so many infected people and not get sick themselves. So I went ahead and tested you, and I found something very interesting. Sadie, quiet. I'm right here. Peter, you appear to have a very strong immune system. Anyway, this flu season has decimated the hospital, and we're severely short-staffed. How would you like to be a male nurse?
Do I get to wear those green pajama clothes all day?
Yes.
I'll do it!
The dog isn't that big of a deal, I guess, but hiring Peter as a nurse, this dude is crazy. Imagine walking into a hospital and Peter is going to be taking care of you. You're cooked, bro. After multiple stunts, Peter eventually runs into an old friend.
Enjoy your soup, old man whose butt is out. You! Yeah, we usually start fighting.
I'm dying, Peter.
Let me close your privacy curtains to make you more comfortable. That feel better?
Eventually, after learning that Ernie actually has a really difficult life and that Ernie is going to die, Peter decides to step in.
Time of death?
It's just been revoked.
I think he uses that wrong a lot.
Come on, you gotta live, damn it!
Aren't you gonna do something? He's punching a dead patient.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Good idea number 47. Fight Club, but with hospital people.
I like that.
You saved me?
You know, there are some moments where Dr. Hartman does give good advice, and the episode Stand By Meg is the perfect example. When Chris gets kicked out of school, Peter goes in with Lois to figure shit out.
Principal Shepard, we came to ask if there's anything we can do to get Chris back in the school.
I'm afraid we can't do that.
I think you can do that, and a whole lot more.
That is not what a testicle is supposed to look like. Has a doctor seen this?
What the sick. Peter, you need to show that to Dr. Hartman.
Mr. Griffin, I'm afraid you have testicular cancer. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do.
Oh, I think maybe there is.
Our next episode, The Old Man in the Big C, has a f***ed up plot. Basically, it's revealed that Carter has the cure to cancer, but this douche is withholding it from the public. Honestly, we could probably do a whole video on Carter. Would you guys be down for that? Let me know in the comments. Anyways though, in this episode's B plot, it's revealed that Quagmire is bald.
Now batting for the Red Sox, number 34, David Ortiz.
Come on, Big Pappy! It's coming straight for us!
I got it! I got it!
Mine! I got it! It's my ball!
Damn it, Brian, that came to me! That's my ball! What?
Holy crap! Wow. I guess all this time Quagmire should have been saying wiggity.
This completely ruins the dude's life. But by the end of the episode, Dr. Hartman saves the day. Or does he?
Glenn Quagmire? Oh yeah, I treated you for butt flu.
Hey, you want to keep it down?
I now declare this hair transplant officially over.
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, he's back!
Oh my God. One of my patients on 2 has been shot.
I mean, he saves the day for Quagmire, but I don't know about whoever Elmer just shot. That f***er is dead. Our next episode is Coma Guy. I'm just gonna show you guys the clip, but Peter gets f***ed up in this episode, dude.
Anyway, you guys have 1984?
We've got it on CD. Sounds like my high school report card.
Yeah, okay. All right. Back to...
Probably reading Orwell.
Kids, where's your father?
Did they call?
Peter, what are you doing?
I did what you wanted. I went to the library and I got 1984. What a book!
I'm sick of this.
I ain't never returning that CD.
If you won't listen to me, listen to the pancake with slices of banana on it. Note the maple syrup tears.
I guess my Van Halen days are over.
Dude, Peter is cooked.
Just tell me what's wrong with my husband.
Your husband is in a coma. And to deliver the news to your teenage children, I've hired an EDM DJ.
Your father's in a coma.
He's gonna die.
This is awesome! Yeah, I saw this guy playing in an H&M and I got his number.
My husband is in a coma?
I mean, he's not responding to my advances, so it's either a coma or he's a frigid bitch.
Let's just turn on the TV.
We now return to The Simpsons.
Your father's in a coma.
Meme. From here, Dr. Hartman has an update for the Griffins. Eventually, Hartman and his assistant try something else to get Peter moving again.
Clear.
No, you do stuff up here.
Clear.
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 Clear. No, that's the good sound.
Oh, well, why don't you just do everything? Hate this stupid hospital. Clear.
After Peter's weird fantasy, Lois receives some bad news. Turns out, Peter might be a vegetable for the rest of his life, as if he wasn't already.
Mrs. Griffin, I have some good news or some bad news, depending on how you feel about your husband. Your husband is brain dead. Make your choice.
What? Are you telling me I should pull the plug?
I'm afraid so. Also, you might be getting a call about the service you received here today. Do you feel I've earned all 10s?
Oh, God, I don't know.
I can't get anything less than a 10, so if there's a problem, you should tell me about it right now.
I may have to pull the plug on my husband.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that, but really, we really...
These are 10 of Quagmire's best episodes. Starting with Quagmire's mom, an episode where Quagmire gets arrested for sleeping with an underage girl. I know I said these are his best moments, but just bear with me. While trying to open his own bank account, Peter stumbles upon a shocking discovery. His birth certificate reveals his true name to be Justin Griffin. But it's just a name, he doesn't really need to change anything.
I beg to differ.
Not gonna lie, he's giving off major Justin vibes now. Peter develops the ultimate frat boy persona to match his new name and throws a wild party where Quagmire meets the enchanting Kira. As is his MO, they spend the night together, but the morning brings a shocking revelation.
I'm in high school.
What the hell? You said you were 23!
Yeah, and you said you love me.
An anonymous tip has the police arrive at his doorstep, and paired with the photo proof that he just sent Joe, Quagmire gets arrested for sleeping with an underage girl.
Boom! You're disgusting. Take him away. We've got all the awesome evidence we need.
The trial begins, and Quagmire's fate hangs in the balance, with all of his friends coming to his defense because they're such upstanding citizens themselves.
As we know, according to Game of Thrones, if the girl has had her blood, she is good to go. Has the girl had her blood?
His friends' attempts at defending him actually do more harm than good to his case, so to make up for it, he takes the stand himself. But his defense doesn't justify his innocence, and he's sentenced to 20 years in prison. Just as all hope seems lost, Quagmire's mom enters the courtroom.
Crystal?
Wait, how does everyone know her name?
She's enjoyed many men.
Oh, I get it now. Having disowned her past, Crystal pleads for the judge to release him into her conservatorship so that she can imbue the teachings of Jesus into her sinful son. The judge isn't feeling it though, so he gives him 24 hours to prepare for the next 20 years behind bars.
I don't think of it as 20 years. Think of it as 2 10-year-olds, you sick freak.
Crystal tries to comfort her son and urges him to seek salvation, but he's not having any of it.
How dare you come in here and tell me to seek forgiveness?
Rather than accept her back into his life, Quagmire continues to blame her for landing him in the situation. Oh, so it was your mom that put that girl in your bed, Quagmire? On his last day of freedom, Quagmire says goodbye to his friends and neighbors until the judge rolls up to the jail at the last minute.
Your sentence has been commuted. You will not be serving prison time after all.
Quagmire doesn't understand, but when Crystal steps out of the car, it becomes very clear what the judge meant by DNA evidence. Quagmire can't believe that his Christian mother would do something like that, but her intentions were heartfelt.
Helping my son is the most Christian thing I could do.
With his future saved, he forgives his mother's past transgressions and welcomes her back into his life with open arms. It would be a heartwarming moment if he didn't remember what he was being charged for and what she did to get him free. Like mother, like son.
Quagmire got away with it and learned nothing. That's great.
When Quagmire isn't getting himself into trouble, he's helping someone else do it. Like the time he helped Jesus lose his V-card, and during Christmas of all times. With the holidays right around the corner and everyone busy with last-minute shopping, Peter and Lois have a run-in with none other than the Son of God himself at the mall.
Peter, look over there. Is that Jesus?
Who would have thought the second coming would be in a Brookstone? Jesus is spending the holidays in Quahog to avoid his dad due to some serious family issues. So even the holiest of families argue on Christmas. Maybe we aren't so different. But Peter doesn't think Jesus should have to spend his birthday alone and invites him to join him in the merriest of traditions, excessive drinking. As they settle in with their drinks, the guys start brainstorming ideas on how to throw the ultimate birthday party for Jesus. And then Quagmire talked about the most important thing for the party.
No, I'm talking about women.
Oh, yeah, we definitely need some women here.
What else would Quagmire suggest? All this talk of women makes Jesus slip a surprising admission. His romantic history is remarkably untouched, literally. That's right, the big JC is still a virgin. Forget the party, their new mission is clear.
I'm saying, Jesus, we are gonna help you lose your virginity.
This'll be a very Merry Christmas after all. The guys take Jesus to a speed dating session determined to help him lose his V-card, but despite their best efforts, Jesus doesn't have the riz for today's dating world.
How's the wine?
It's terrific.
That's my blood, you know.
With no luck on the dating front, Lois decides to throw her hat into the ring.
I think it's time I had a little talk with him so he knows what a woman really wants.
Lois tells Jesus to forget everything Peter's been teaching him. Everyone should take that advice, really. But feeling more confident, Jesus figures out the exact woman he wants to sleep with.
I want my first time to be with Lois.
Jesus, man. See, I can say that here and it's not technically wrong. Peter is obviously outraged, but Jesus is willing to make it worth his while, being able to give him anything in the universe.
Brookstone massage chair.
Really? Are you sure?
I mean, who wouldn't throw away the sanctity of their marriage for one of those bad boys? Peter excitedly pitches the idea to Lois, but she's not so sure it's the right move for their marriage. Although being desired by the Son of God is a huge compliment.
And the Son of God's first time should be special, even divine.
Jesus comes by to pick up a glammed up Lois for their evening, while Peter lives his best life down at the Clam with a beer and his new massage chair. But his relaxation is short-lived as Peter's vivid imagination runs wild, conjuring up visions of Lois and Jesus together.
Guys, I think I might have made a terrible mistake with this whole Lois and Jesus thing.
Another bar patron overhears Peter's worries, and it turns out this isn't the first time this has happened.
Jesus ain't no virgin. He did the same thing to me last Christmas.
Jesus sure does get around, seemingly having done this to multiple husbands over the years. Not very Jesus-like Jesus. Peter bursts into the hotel room to find that Lois is already backed out of the deal, deciding that their marriage is too strong to risk. Not sure where she got that idea. This leaves Jesus to nervously backpedal, claiming it was all just a lesson in resisting temptation.
Bravo, Peter. Lois, seems like you folks learned the lesson I intended.
Yeah, sure, Jesus. The episode wraps up with Peter and Lois reaffirming their love and the massage chair forgotten, but it's Quagmire's relentless pursuit of helping Jesus that steals the show. It's classic Quagmire, unapologetically himself, no matter how crazy things get, and that's more than can be said than the time he married Lois in a Back to the Future style episode. So the episode kicks off with Peter feeling envious of Quagmire's carefree single lifestyle, especially after hearing him brag about his endless sexual conquests. Oh, Peter, when are you gonna learn that the grass isn't always greener on the other side? When Peter mentions his regrets to the guys of the Drunken Clam, Death makes a surprise appearance, mistakenly showing up because he thought Horace had died. This gives Peter an opportunity to ask Death to take him back to his youth.
Could you let me go back in time and be 18 again?
Death decides to grant Peter's wish to relive a night of his single life. Of course, Peter drags Brian along for the ride because what's a time-traveling adventure without your talking dog? Transported back to 1984, Peter and Brian find themselves at the country club pool. The scene is oozing with 80s nostalgia, complete with Cleveland in his retro drip. And I thought today's fashion was silly. Now appearing as his 18-year-old self, Peter cancels his date with Lois so he can party the night away with Cleveland. The night spirals into classic 1980s fun, which I totally wasn't alive for and wouldn't know what that's like at all, complete with neon lights and Peter making out with none other than 80s icon Molly Ringwald.
Lucky for me, huh?
Just as Peter is starting to think he's living the dream, Death appears to take them back to the present, but here's where things take a turn. Back in the present day, Peter discovers his past actions have caused a massive ripple effect. He's now been married to Molly for 20 years, and wait, is that Lois coming out of Quagmire's house?
Lois, what the hell? I'm gone for one night and you sleep with Quagmire?
Turns out Lois is married to Quagmire, and their kids, Chris, Meg, and Stewie, have inherited Quagmire's unmistakable chin and mannerisms. Horrifying, but those aren't the only bizarre changes. Al Gore is president, and Chevy Chase is the host of The Tonight Show. As if that wasn't enough, Judd Nelson crashes at Peter's place regularly. All these people were relevant in the 80s. Again, not that I would know. Brian, ever the voice of reason, explains to Peter that by skipping his date with Lois and kissing Molly, he's altered the course of history. While Brian is initially charmed by this new world, Peter is determined to set things right.
We gotta get Death to send us back to 1984 again so I can undo what I did.
But here's the kicker, Death can only be summoned if someone dies. And in this new timeline, Al Gore's healthcare and gun control laws mean people are living much longer. Oh, the sweet irony. But fate intervenes when Jane Jetson suddenly drops dead on the sidewalk, allowing Death to grant Peter another shot at fixing his mistake. Returning in 1984, Peter's laser focused on making sure he gets that date with Lois right, but as always, he screws up repeatedly, blowing his chances at every turn. He begs Death for a redo multiple times, really trying the patience of the Grim Reaper. Peter finally manages to get it right, but true to form, he forgets his commitment a few hours later and heads off to party with Cleveland. In his defense, the dancing does look pretty fun.
Oh, look who it is. Only 14 hours late.
By this point, Peter, you really ought to know better than getting on Lois's bad side. With Lois now going to the country club dance with Quagmire and Death refusing to help anymore, Peter's left to clean up his own mess. He rushes to the country club dance, and the stakes couldn't be higher as Peter must act quickly before his family disappears from existence. Just another Monday, am I right? They manage to get in by crawling through the air vent, only to crash through the ceiling and injure one of the band members. Brian, ever the multitasker, steps in to play guitar while Peter tries to win Lois back. But it's not that simple, as Lois is not able to forgive Peter that easily. In a last-ditch effort, Peter punches Quagmire and plants a kiss on Lois, asking her to marry him.
Will you be my wife?
How romantic, I guess. This bold move finally wins her over and she agrees, saving their future and restoring the timeline. In celebration, Brian plays a classic 80s song.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
You just got rickrolled in 2024. Guys? Did you all leave? Well, with things seemingly having returned to normal and the Griffins back together as they should be, there's room for one last twist. Roger from American Dad is now inexplicably living with them.
Who ate all the pecan sandies?
Okay, I may not be able to explain why that plot twist happened, but I can explain the shocking reveal of Quagmire's past as a Korean soap opera star. The guys visit Quagmire's house to rummage through some hand-me-downs from Quagmire's parents, and while the guys dig through the boxes, they unearth the ultimate treasure, a bunch of VHS tapes with Quagmire's face on them.
Oh my God, I haven't seen these in years.
Quagmire reveals they're from Winter Summer, a Korean soap opera he starred in while in the Navy, playing a character named American Johnny. Taking off every stereotype with that name. Cleveland, impressed, marvels at Quagmire's hidden acting talent, to which Quagmire nonchalantly adds that he's also a rock polisher, pulling out a gleaming tiger eye. Only Quagmire could be this effortlessly cool. Back at Peter's house, the guys eagerly pop in the tape and watch Winter Summer. On screen, American Johnny is told by his friends to put away his phone as it's ruining the vibe. Then, a cute girl catches Johnny's eye and he's off to charm her, all in Korean. A real poet, that one. The guys are hooked on the drama and are overjoyed when American Johnny gets the girl by the end.
Oh my God!
I told you!
Fangirling a little too hard here, guys. They decide to binge the entire series, but are heartbroken when the final tape in the set is missing. Since it's unavailable to watch in the US and they're desperate to know how it all ends, the gang books a trip to Korea to find the missing episode. Really? This is what does it for them? Uh-huh. The guys inform Lois about their sudden trip to Korea, and when she asks what to tell Peter's boss, Peter casually suggests she play an episode of Who's the Boss. Sure enough, when Peter's boss calls, it actually works.
Oh, I can't stay mad at you.
He may be an idiot, but when it comes to getting away from his family, he's a goddamn genius. The guys touch down in Korea, and Quagmire is instantly recognized as American Johnny, and the guys are treated like celebrities.
Holy crap, Quagmire, you're famous here!
But their mission takes a surprising turn when Quagmire is reunited with Soojin, his co-star from Winter Summer, who apparently still has some heavy feelings for him.
I waited every day hoping you would return.
I never stopped thinking.
Is this it? Has he finally found the one? Peter, still focused on their goal, eagerly asks Soojin if she has the final episode, and she invites them over for dinner to watch it. At Soojin's house, Peter's impatience grows as they're forced to watch K-pop videos instead of the long-awaited episode. Soojin surprises Quagmire by introducing Buttercup, the cat they once shared, along with her litter of kittens.
This is more pussy than even I can handle.
Giggity. After dinner, Soojin finally lets the guys watch the final episode. American Johnny leaves everyone in tears as he says goodbye to Soojin's character. Quagmire, moved by the scene, declares that he won't make the same mistake as American Johnny. He's staying in Korea with Soojin and Buttercup.
I'm not going back to Quahog.
I'm not so sure about that. You're not exactly known for committing to one woman at a time. The guys do their damnedest to convince Quagmire to return home, leaning on the one thing no person in Korea can ignore: K-pop. Give me a second, just adding that to my Spotify. But Quagmire stays firm in his decision, settling into his new life with Soojin, where he quickly learns that her entire family, from grandfather to cousins, will be living with them. Well, there goes that dream. Realizing the reality of his decision, Quagmire changes his mind and catches the guys as they prepare to board their flight home, bursting into song and dramatically announcing that he's coming home.
Guys, I'm coming back to Quahog with you.
And there it is. Just like that, Quagmire goes back on his commitment to a woman he loves, much like he did with Joan when he faked his death just to get out of his engagement tour. So the episode kicks off with Peter appearing as a contestant on Wheel of Fortune. In a surprising turn of events, he advances to the bonus round despite choosing the most ridiculous letters possible: Z, 4, 3 Qs, and the Batman symbol. I'm no scientist, but I'm pretty sure some of those weren't even letters. A shot-in-the-dark guess wins him the entire contest, and as a reward for his unexpected victory, Peter chooses 1 week of free maid service from a list of prizes. When his maid Joan arrives, Peter wastes no time in making her life difficult.
You made clean for me, Peter.
He has her pull a variety of items out of his belly button, ranging from a ColecoVision set to a carton of Parliament cigarettes. Peter's laziness and childish behavior are on full display, and Joan is forced to endure his antics. In one particularly ridiculous moment, Peter even rides on her back like a horse to the store.
Mr. Griffin, this is unbelievably humiliating.
When Quagmire tells you about riding women, Peter, this isn't how he means it. As Joan's week of service comes to an end, Peter decides to overwork her one last time.
I filled this watermelon with chocolate pudding and M80 firecrackers.
As if riding her back wasn't enough, Peter. He hands Meg the watermelon, which does what you probably expected. A shocked Joan rushes in, and while Peter introduces her to the guys, Quagmire seems to instantly fall in love with her.
Hey there. It's nice to pleasure your acquaintance. Would you like to go out to dinner tomorrow night?
How does a creep like him make it look so easy? After 3 weeks of dating, Quagmire doesn't waste any time and pops the big question to Joan.
Joan, I've decided I want to spend my life with you. Will you marry me?
Call me crazy, but Quagmire actually seems to genuinely love her. As the wedding day approaches, Lois and Peter, along with their neighbors, visit Quagmire's house. They find that he has undergone a complete personality transformation. Gone is the pervy, sleazy Quagmire we all know, replaced by a man who's focused on settling down. Like the rest of us, Peter refuses to believe this is real, so he shows Quagmire a stack of tasteful magazines, hoping to trigger a return to his old ways.
Check out this month's Hustler, huh? Quagmire?
Oh, now this is neat.
Country Living magazine? I hate him. By the time Quagmire's wedding rolls around, Lois has decided to stop breastfeeding Stewie, and as a result, her breasts have grown. Don't act like you didn't look. At the wedding reception, the top of her shirt rips open, which of course draws Quagmire's attention. Noticing this, Peter deliberately spills champagne on her, then helps by shaking her. And now I have to act like I didn't look. This predictably reignites Quagmire's old urges, realizing he may have made the wrong decision.
God, I made a terrible
mistake.
Quagmire confides in his friends, expressing his doubts about the marriage. But when he tells Joan that some of his friends think they should get an annulment, she responds maturely and reasonably.
If you ever left me, I'd have to cut myself. And then I'd cut you.
Peter decides that the best way out of the relationship is to fake Quagmire's death and creates a video where he's killed by a ninja, a Nazi, and a dinosaur. Surprisingly, Joan isn't convinced by the video.
You're not fooling anyone.
No worries, time for plan B. Quagmire pretends to have a heart attack and die.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
To really sell it, Quagmire is buried with enough oxygen to survive so he can be dug back up. As if things couldn't get crazier, Death shows up to claim Quagmire's dead body, and Mayor West orders that all coffins must be buried in concrete to prevent a zombie outbreak. Peter, in a panic, reveals that Quagmire is still alive, pulling him out of the coffin just in time.
Zombie!
Death interrupts, saying he still needs a body to take with him. Joan pleads for Quagmire's life and grabs Death by the arm, causing her to die instantly. Peter convinces Death to take Joan instead, arguing that she was suicidal and had already taken Quagmire's last name. Good enough. But before he leaves, Quagmire has one disturbing question.
Hey, Death, can you leave that body here for another 5 minutes?
I don't know what to do with that. The episode ends with Quagmire back to his usual ways, having narrowly escaped a fate worse than death. A committed relationship. But what he can't escape is his never-ending rivalry with Brian, which was only heightened when the pair stole each other's exes. So while Brian's waiting to bail Peter out of jail for breaking into his dry cleaner's house, he meets Denise, a liberal activist who is arrested for protesting a Walmart opening. Brian puts on his best moves to impress Denise, but she's not interested. Since his attempts don't work, Brian follows Peter's advice and takes a more aggressive approach by joining one of Quagmire's How to Pick Up Girls classes. If there's one man's advice to trust when it comes to landing women, it's Quagmire. Brian quickly learns that Quagmire's methods aren't exactly what he needs to win over Denise, and when his attempts backfire spectacularly, Quagmire admits that his style is only good for getting laid, not for anything serious. Determined not to give up, Brian decides to take a page out of Quagmire's book, only this time he's using those tactics to land Quagmire's old flame, actress Cheryl Tiegs. Shockingly, Brian manages to pick up the only woman who ever left Quagmire heartbroken, forcing Quagmire to watch helplessly as Brian treats her like crap.
Hey Cheryl, get your fat ass over here before I dump you.
Oh hey, he has been taking Quagmire's class on how to treat women. Since Brian has broken the bro code, Quagmire realizes all he can do is meet fire with fire. So as Brian and Cheryl spend date night at a restaurant, Quagmire shows up with none other than Jillian, Brian's ex-girlfriend. The tension between Brian and Quagmire reaches a boiling point as they trade insults and try to one-up each other.
Did Brian ever tell you he once had a tick on the back of his neck that he couldn't reach with his mouth and it swelled up to the size of a ping pong ball?
Well, there goes my appetite. Not looking to babysit, the ladies see sense and leave the two children alone at the table. Outside the restaurant, Brian and Quagmire have a rare moment of honesty, with Quagmire admitting that he only picked up Jillian to irritate Brian, and Brian confesses that his relationship with Cheryl was born out of hate for him anyway. Seems like these two might actually bury the hatchet. Brian even asks Quagmire for a ride home, which he agrees to, only to speed off and ram Brian with the back of his car. It's kinda ironic Quagmire had such a strong reaction to Brian picking up his ex, given that Quagmire once did the same, only worse, because he slept with his best friend's wife at the time. So Peter invites his friends on his fishing boat for a party at sea, and while Quagmire's fishing, he reels in a fish that lands in Loretta's chest. Since he's there, Loretta invites him to reach in and grab it, and after a moment of hesitation, well, as much hesitation as Quagmire can pretend to have, he obliges. Cleveland blandly wanders over, but he doesn't seem to care too much.
Have to do this again sometime.
You name the time and the place, little Nick.
Later, things take a dramatic turn when Peter and Brian hear Loretta screaming at her house. Thinking she's in danger, they rush to help her, but find out that her screams weren't screams of pain.
Holy crap! We should go.
However, they only see the back of his body, leaving them clueless about the man's identity. So they spread the news of Loretta's infidelity to everyone they meet, not realizing that the man in question is none other than Quagmire. Well, who else would cheat with their best friend's wife? Quagmire's nervousness skyrockets as he dreads the moment when Cleveland might discover the truth, although no one knows it's him just yet.
Oh God, I'm screwed.
Peter decides to tell Cleveland in the delicate and subtle way only Peter can manage.
Your wife's cheating on you.
What?
Nailed it. When he confronts Loretta, she angrily claims that she needs passion, something she feels Cleveland isn't providing. For some insane reason, he apologizes to her, which only makes Loretta see him as more pathetic, leading her to kick him out of their house. This is some Lois level gaslighting, Loretta. As Cleveland takes refuge at the Griffin house, Peter and Brian decide to visit Quagmire to get help finding the man who slept with Loretta. But when they see the same tattoo on Quagmire's backside, they realize the uncomfortable truth.
Peter, He's the one we saw sleeping with Loretta.
Great tattoo, by the way, totally stealing that. Despite this shocking reveal, Cleveland responds with his usual lack of interest, which only heightens the absurdity of the situation.
Better it be Quagmire than someone she could get a disease from.
I don't know, when I think of Quagmire, disease-free isn't the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Lois tells Cleveland that Loretta wants him to express his feelings, and taking this advice to heart, Peter decides to help Cleveland find his passion by taking him to a wrestling match featuring Randy Savage. Not exactly sure how he went from one to another, but I guess nothing makes sense on this show. Desperate, Peter resorts to an extreme measure. He puts on a Quagmire mask and wrestles with Brian, who's unwillingly donning a Loretta mask. This finally breaks through Cleveland's indifference, and he becomes enraged, vowing to confront Quagmire. Finally! Only now, Cleveland has gone from 0 to 100 way too quickly.
Glenn Quagmire, you're dead!
Realizing his plan has worked too well, Peter tries to protect Quagmire by hiding him at Mayor West's mansion. But Quagmire quickly finds that even he has limits when it comes to Mayor West's lunacy.
Take this for protection.
What the hell's this for?
When the time comes, you'll know.
Quagmire returns home and calls Cleveland to apologize. Cleveland, armed with a baseball bat, chases Quagmire around his house. But just as Cleveland has Quagmire cowering and at his mercy, he realizes he doesn't have it in him.
It isn't in me to cause harm to anyone, no matter how much someone has harmed me.
Quagmire apologizes to Cleveland for sleeping with Loretta, and just when things are looking good, Peter brings Loretta over. She and Cleveland angrily agree to divorce, with Cleveland asserting that he deserves better.
Well, I may not be perfect, but I deserve better than you.
You tell her, buddy. Quagmire and Cleveland decide to repair their broken friendship through a friendly sparring match and boxing. But when Quagmire isn't going after married women, then he's just marrying one of his own, which is what he did after a drunken night at Harvard. After Peter discovers that Joe has a student ID that he confiscated from a kid, Quagmire suggests that the guys use it for a day out at Harvard University. Peter, Quagmire, and Joe head to the Harvard campus for lunch, but things quickly spiral out of control. How surprising. What starts as a simple lunch turns into a wild night of shots, strippers, and all-around debauchery.
Let's get wasted!
The next morning, a drunken Quagmire wakes up to find himself in a situation that even he didn't see coming, thanks to an elderly escort named Charmise.
That's right, baby. As of last night, we're man and wife.
Nice. A real nice one, Quagmire. You really scored with her. Quagmire is obviously horrified and desperate to get out of the marriage, but when Joe points out that a divorce could cost him everything, Quagmire decides to try and make the best of the situation.
Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up.
Let her suck it up. She's the expert. Sorry, keep going.
Unfortunately for him, Charmise is a hot mess. Emphasis on the mess, not hot. Despite dressing her up as a normal woman, Quagmire just can't seem to put some class in the old gal, as evidenced by their dinner with the Griffins.
I got knifed in the vagina one Christmas.
Oh, the holidays are always stressful.
As Quagmire struggles to adjust to his new life, Charmise starts to question why he's so reluctant to be all in on their relationship.
What the hell's your problem? What are you, gay or something?
Clocking this as the get-out-of-jail-free card it could be, Quagmire decides to go along with it and pretends to be gay.
Well, Charmise, I have something to tell you, and this isn't easy. But I'm gay.
Charmise leaves Quagmire's home with a broken heart, and Quagmire is now free. Well, not exactly free yet. Charmise comes back to pick up her prescription mouthwash she forgot, and she catches Quagmire watching an adult movie, only it's between a man and a woman.
Damn it, Glenn, if you're not gay, then the divorce is off.
No, I am, I swear to God!
But the only way she'll let him out of the marriage is proof, so she demands to confirm he's gay by having him sleep with a man. With no other options, Quagmire turns to Peter for help, because what are best friends for?
I need you to have sex with me while she watches.
No.
Is anyone gonna say anything? Peter, being the good friend and idiot he is, agrees to go along with Quagmire's plan, but not without insisting they have a proper date first. Starting to feel more like he wants to be married to Quagmire. Back at Quagmire's house, the moment of truth arrives. Watching the pair try to force each other to sleep together is equal parts hilarious and horrifying as they clumsily and reluctantly prepare to go through with it.
Let me stroke your hair.
Thank you. I want to do gay things for you.
Just as the paintbrush is about to touch the canvas, try demonetizing me with that phrasing, YouTube, Charmise calls off the charade. She admits that she can tell they're straight.
Look, Glenn, you're obviously not gay.
She agrees to grant Quagmire a divorce if he wants it that badly, which he obviously does. As Charmise leaves, she tells Quagmire that he treated her better than any other guy she's met, adding a surprisingly sweet note to an otherwise chaotic episode. With Charmise gone, Peter and Quagmire are finally free, and they share a relieved embrace. The scene then cuts to the Griffin home, where the family is watching the live stream that Quagmire accidentally set up on his laptop.
What are we watching? Glee?
Quagmire probably shouldn't have judged Charmice's profession so harshly though, as he ended up becoming a stripper to make money when he lost his job. With the pilots on strike, Quagmire's left with no work but plenty of free time, which he of course uses to crash a bachelorette party. The partygoers mistake him for a stripper, and with Quagmire being Quagmire, he's not about to correct him. Honestly, it seems like the career he was born for.
Alright, who wants me to stow my bag under their seat?
Realizing how much money is in the industry, Quagmire pursues a full-time career as a stripper, but he is not telling the guys. Suspecting something's up, Peter, Joe, and Cleveland can't resist following him to see what he's up to, witnessing him absolutely kill it on stage.
Ladies, this is your pilot speaking. I am in the full, upright, and locked position.
However, he gets a whole lot less confident when he realizes the guys are here. His initial defense? He's just a dancer. Firstly, Quagmire, this is dancing, not this. But when the bride wants more than just a dance, Quagmire's true colors shine through as he says yes to sleeping with her.
Who else but Quagmire?
Hey, awesome cameo.
When Peter helps Quagmire get some money he's owed, Quagmire cuts him in on some of the cash and he becomes Quagmire's pimp. But of course, Peter's gonna take things to the next level. He can never just leave well enough alone. Quagmire's life as a stripper quickly spirals thanks to Peter overworking him, pushing him to do more and more for cash. When Quagmire tries to take the night off, Pimp Peter has to come by and slap some sense into him.
You tripping, boy? You're going out if I tell you you're going out, bitch!
Quagmire ends up as part of an HBO documentary about the ladies of the night in Quahog, detailing his life of selling his body for money. Peter's there too, but he doesn't give a ton of insight into the world.
I kind of want to see Guardians of the Galaxy, but I also kind of feel like there might be scary parts.
But just when you think things can't get more ridiculous, Peter and Quagmire end up in a spot of trouble when a client wants to do German things. I already googled that for a previous video. I am not doing that again. This is enough for Peter to realize his wrongdoings and let Quagmire step out of the business, but not before telling him that the pilot strike has been over for a month and he could have quit sooner. Surely he had a valid reason for not telling him though.
Are you still GlennQ10 at AOL.com?
No.
Ah, well, there you go.
Well, at least Quagmire finally got his pilot job back so that in a future season he could accidentally kidnap Stewie and take him on a flight to Paris. Meanwhile, at the school fundraiser, Stewie is introduced to the game of hide and seek by an overly enthusiastic adult who acts like it's a brand new concept. Stewie's eyes light up with excitement, and just like that, he's hooked.
One game covering covert activity, surveillance, and counting?
Back home, Stewie ropes Brian into playing hide and seek, even though Brian's less than thrilled. Stewie's first hiding spot is definitely starting on an extreme note.
Oh my god!
Pretty cool spot, eh, Brian?
Brian's getting pretty bored of hide and seek, but Stewie convinces him to play one last game. Despite Brian's warnings of where not to hide, Stewie still finds his way into Quagmire's suitcase just as he's about to leave for Paris. Stewie's logic? Hide in plain sight, or in this case, in a suitcase bound for France.
Stewie?
Mr. Quagmire?
Terrence.
Okay, who is Terrence and what plotline did I just miss? Completely taken aback by having the baby in his luggage, Quagmire calls Lois to return Stewie, but Lois, ever the Instagram addict, refuses to leave their Vermont getaway. Instead, she asks Quagmire to take care of Stewie, much to Peter's amusement.
You're the babysitter now, and it's Mr. Griffin.
Surprisingly, Quagmire ends up having a great time with Stewie. They tour Paris together, visiting museums, and even dancing through the city streets. Their Parisian adventure eventually leads to them being very drunk. When it's time to head back to their hotel on the metro, Stewie spots a little girl and decides to follow her off the train, which Quagmire doesn't notice until it's too late.
Hey, Stewie, stop messing around. This is our stop.
He scrambles to find Stewie but comes up empty-handed. And in his most desperate act yet, he calls his nemesis for help, Brian.
I lost Stewie in Paris. We got separated and I can't find him.
Of course, Brian doesn't let this go without comment and makes a few demands before agreeing to fly to Paris. A first-class flight, only female flight attendants, and a special kibble and bits meal. You are such a dog, literally. Brian arrives in Paris and their bickering resumes. Brian bashes Quagmire for losing a baby, and Quagmire hates that he agrees with Brian's sentiment.
I lost him, and now he's gone, and it's all my fault. I'm a loser.
It's a rare moment of vulnerability for Quagmire, showing that underneath his usual antics, he's capable of genuine love and affection, if you choose to ignore that he willingly gave a baby wine. They do eventually find Stewie hiding in a cemetery, and to cheer him up, they frame this whole thing as one big game of hide and seek.
He said he needed my help because I'm a dog and I can smell you. You're too good to be found any other way.
And after a wholesome hug, the three head back to the hotel, finally reunited and ready to head home. Quagmire and Brian putting aside their differences to help a baby definitely makes this one of Quagmire's greatest moments ever.
11 episodes where Peter Griffin was a terrible father to Meg. In Tales of a Third Grade Nothing, Peter is desperate to become an executive at his work. A little too desperate. At first, he's smart about it, cleaning his office. But of course, this dumbass takes it to an unnecessary level.
Griffin, what the hell is this?
It's a robot that I built to save this company money. Oh God, it's Hartman, people! Angry! Oh God, it's got human emotions too! It's using tools. It's learning, Angela.
What do you want, Griffin?
You see that Anheuser-Busch billboard next to the children's hospital? Well, watch this. Oh, God.
Griffin, I've got good news. I've seen that you've been working very hard lately. I am recommending you for a promotion.
Sit down, Mr. Griffin. We need to talk. Mr. Griffin, all our executives require a high school education. If you want this promotion, you're going to have to go back and finish.
This episode is funny, dude. Peter literally goes back to school. It's hilarious. In the end, Peter wins the 3rd grade spelling bee, and while celebrating, he's extra loving to Meg.
Our next spelling bee contestant is Omar Mahajarifa something September 11th. All right, Omar, your word is candy.
C-A-N-D-Y.
Our next contestant is Peter Griffin. Peter, your word is tree.
Can you use it in a dirty sentence?
I like to bring transient hookers to the old oak tree where I asphyxiate myself at the same time I'm watching them have sex with each other.
T-R-E-E. Tree.
Correct.
I did it, Lois! My God, I did it!
You sure did, Peter. I'm so proud of you.
Way to go, Dad.
Yeah, you're a smart fella, Dad.
And you're a fart smeller, Meg.
Don't worry, Meg. Peter gets some karma. This next episode, A Fistful of Meg, is all about Meg, but it's barely about Peter. So let's make this section a quick one. Turns out, Meg isn't short for Megan.
Mama! What are you doing out of your box? Hey, Megan. Oh, hey, guys. Well, actually, Meg is short for something else.
Peter, would you give this to the nurse?
Uh-huh.
You gonna beat the baby?
Robots in disguise.
Honestly, Peter might be onto something. I'm gonna name my son Ultra Instinct Goku. It has a nice ring to it, right? And it totally isn't selfish as This next episode slaps. In Road to Rupert, Peter, as always, is being a dumbass. He loses his license, and it's for the dumbest reason. This man has done a lot of dumb things, but this is up there.
Evil Knievel gloves. I bet I could do a wheelie with these.
Peter, you can't drive a car over that. You're gonna get hurt.
Oh. Hey, he lives.
Wow, this is just like what happened with Matthew Broderick. Hey, Joe.
Morning, Peter. I'm here to revoke your driver's license.
Why?
We got reckless driving, disturbing the peace, plus the driver of one of those other cars was a virgin whose hymen was busted by the airbag, so rape.
It's all the way up here.
Peter, knock
right
it
here,
off.
Joe.
Give it to
right
me.
Here.
Give me the
officer.
damn license.
Well, don't you want it?
This is in poor taste, Peter. You're starting to piss me off.
All you gotta do
You're
is
starting to piss me off!
Unfortunately for Meg, Lois forces her into being Peter's personal chauffeur, and as you've seen so far, this is not going to go well for good old Megatron over here.
Can you believe I'm stuck with Meg driving me around?
Dad, it's just you and me in the car.
I want apple juice!
You want to watch SpongeBob?
Yes.
SpongeBob. That was nothing. Truly hits the fan when Peter brings Joe, Cleveland, and Quagmire with him. Yeah, Meg, you're cooked, dude.
Hey, Cleveland, who would you rather do? Queen Latifah or Halle Berry, but she's been dead for 6 hours?
God, will you guys just shut up back there?
Oh, guys, check this out.
Halle Berry?
Hey, Meg, you sure look hot today.
What?
Hey, Meg, I lit your scalp on fire.
Oh.
What the hell is your problem, you dumb bimbo? Oh, God!
That
right
was
in the tank.
Awesome.
From here, Meg and Peter actually bond. Being a terrible influence, he praises Meg for beating that dude up, and they start hanging out.
Right
These two
in the
besties
hole,
even
man.
pull off the same stunt that lost Peter his license. Pretty sick, but also technically awful parenting. You lose your license, but then you encourage your daughter to do the same stunt. Damn. Even when Peter's being nice to her, he still sucks at being a father. Anyways, this newfound love for his daughter does not last long.
It's been really great hanging out with you.
Look, I know sometimes I give you a hard time, but Meg, I got a really wonderful daughter.
Peter, good news. Your suspension is up. You can have your license back.
Oh, sweet!
You'll probably go back to treating me like crap, huh?
Well, maybe just to keep up appearances in front of the family, peer pressure and all that. You and me are secret best friends.
Who wants a glass of fresh lemonade?
Not me! What I want is a fresh glass of better daughter! Hey.
Can I get some booze, please? Peter, you suck at this parenting thing, man. I love this next episode. It starts off with Peter having an admittedly smart idea.
Check it out, guys. New driver's license. Well, see, I got drunk and then got my picture taken, so that way when I get pulled over for drunk driving, I look the same as on my license. You know, and then the copper will say, oh, you're fine.
I wish I'd thought of that.
This episode is all about Peter, Chris, and Meg writing a story together. They get really invested. Of course, Peter finds a way to treat his daughter like crap, and it's funny, dude.
Dad, what are we doing?
Now that Lois has connections at Fox, we are going to invent our own cartoon show. Anything that pops into your head.
Ooh, how about a show about a bunch of disabled ducks and we'll call it Handy Quacks?
Perfect. All right, the main duck, what's his name?
Red Hiney Monkey?
I love it. All right, now what's his wacky neighbor duck's name?
Giddy Goose?
Meg, please try to formulate ideas clearly before you vocalize them.
Maybe they live in a pond?
Chris, can I talk to you in the kitchen for a sec? She's poison.
Absolutely, she's dead weight.
She doesn't understand.
But without her, the staff is too small. I mean, she's just not fun.
They suck so bad
Yeah, but I
that
think it's
her good
important to have
ideas
perspective in the room.
are disrespectful to them.
Right, and then maybe be pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
Handy Quacks? I'd watch it. Nonetheless, Peter and Chris bully the out of Meg this entire episode, hitting on any idea she has. I get it from Chris, but Peter, that's your daughter, dude. At least bully both of them next time. The next day, we see the three cooking up again.
Here we go. Handy Quacks, episode 1.
Maybe he just got up. He's making breakfast?
I don't think people eat breakfast anymore.
What if Red Hiney Monkey and Poopy Face Tomato Nose are trying to build a house of cards and it keeps falling down?
Oh, Jiminy Christmas, we have all been there. That's going in.
None of this stuff seems to make sense. We haven't even referenced the fact that they're ducks or that they're handicapped, but the show is called Handy Quacks.
Chris, can I see you in the kitchen?
Dad, look, she's trying. No. She gets along with everybody.
She does not get along with everybody.
She's kind of hot.
She's office hot.
Yeah,
right?
maybe you're right.
She's the only woman around here.
Yeah, in the real world, she doesn't hold up.
And in addition to everything else, she's got B.O.
She's kind of hot? What the hell, Chris? I have a feeling that creatively, this group is not going to work out. Peter definitely agrees with me, because look at what happens next.
I have come up with a design for Red Hiney Monkey. I want only positive feedback, please.
Why does he have such a big red bum?
Because it's funny, Meg. Okay, and this is Poopy Face Tomato Nose. You can see I gave him a funny little suitcase. Most people only carry a suitcase when they're going on vacation. But Poopy Face Tomato Nose carries one all the time.
Oh, well, you know what could be funny? Maybe one week he actually goes on vacation.
Chris, can I see you in the kitchen for a sec? Your writing partner is out of her mind.
Okay, first of all, stop calling her my partner.
She's terrible.
I know that.
And you know what? It's not fair. It's not fair to her.
Well, that's sort of a cop.
Having her here is not fair to her.
If you want to fire her, you go ahead and fire her.
Meg, your services will no longer be needed.
Imagine having to deal with this. Remember, Peter is the one who asked Meg to write with them. It was your idea, dude. After firing Meg, Peter gets a pilot episode made and presents it.
Welcome to the first voice record for Handy Quacks.
Oh, darn it. Poopy Face Tomato Nose.
I know, Red Hiney Monkey. This card house won't stay up.
It's all coming together. This is it. Our vision come to life.
Hello, Colonel Tushfinger.
I just built a spaceship. Want to come up in space with me in it?
Whoa! What are you doing?
I just figured I'd give Colonel Tushfinger an Australian thing.
He talks like this with a moon accent. You understand? Thanks for hearing our pitch, Mr. Chernin.
You realize the only reason I'm taking this meeting is that your wife is a reporter for our news division. You have absolutely no prior credits.
Handy Quacks is going to be the next Simpsons. Take a look at what we got, Peter. One day, 3 ducks were crossing a road, going to get some soda. But they weren't looking where they were going, and a bus came along and hit them all. Handy Quacks.
Why won't this card house stay up?
Our palms are slippery and sweaty because of the heat from that new wood stove we just bought.
How did you afford that wood stove?
Easy. I just walked into the wood stove store and said, "Put it on my bill."
I just have one small change. Could Poopy Face Tomato Nose's nose be a plum?
How dare you?
You've got to be open to collaboration.
Well, no deal.
You know something? I like your passion. We'll do the show.
No. Well, that was a miscalculation.
That is another dose of karma, and you deserve that for being such a father. Remember when Stewie becomes jacked from steroids? Well, Peter does something similar in season 4. Stewie gets exposed to some tainted water and is forced into quarantine. To make sure he's still getting exercise, Lois gets Stewie a little hamster ball. In this scene, we also get a cutaway gag.
Hey, Stewie, 3 o'clock. Time for the view.
Not again!
Relax, Stewie. The doctor gave me this so you can get some exercise.
Stewie's more wound up than Dad was that time he took steroids.
Peter, could you please pass the potatoes?
Ah! Damn it, Meg!
For this next episode, I don't even have to introduce it. I'll let Peter do it for me.
Good evening, I'm Diane Simmons. What you shouldn't miss is the Quahog Rodeo coming to the Civic Center this Friday.
And for those of you who are handy with a horse, entry spots are still open. Oh, God, this seems like...
Too late, Brian.
You don't know anything about horses, and you're in terrible shape.
In this week's TV guide, it says Peter gets more than he bargained for when he joins the rodeo.
Well, it's in the guide.
Yep, in Dial Meg for Murder, this becomes a cowboy, and his first victim is his loving daughter, Meg.
All right, Meg, this is only going to hurt for about 3 weeks. What the hell?
That there's my steer, Griffin.
Chris is next, but his treatment is not nearly as f***ed up. It's still terrible, but Peter was literally going to brand his own daughter.
Say it.
Chris, it's time for supper.
Hold there, 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 hold there.
There's so many things wrong with that. They would have lost their foster care license if they were doing that in real
I
life.
am ready for the rodeo.
What the f***? Meg gets her payback though. Later on in the episode, Meg starts dating a convict named Luke, and when Peter snitches on her, she's put into jail for 3 months. When she comes out, she gives Peter a taste of his own medicine.
Meg gets out of jail today.
Already?
I think we should all go together to pick Meg up.
I'm home. You're all my bitches now. Who's the biggest, toughest guy in this house?
Well, I don't like to toot my own horn.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. No. Oh, my God.
My house now, bitch. There better be beer in the fridge. Hey.
What the hell are you doing in here? What are you doing with that loofah?
Don't worry about it.
In our next episode, The Town Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Chris is getting bullied by some douchey kid named Kyle. Peter, despite being a grown-ass man, takes things into his own hands, and this eventually turns him into a monster.
Hey there, are you Kyle's parents?
Yes.
Listen, apparently your son got into a little scrape with my kid. Would you mind if I had a word with your son?
Not at all.
Hey, I'm Chris Griffin's father.
Hey, I'm Chris Griffin's father.
Listen, I just want you to know what you did the other day was wrong.
What you did the other day was wrong. I'm a dorky, fat numbnuts.
Kyle, I said shut up.
You're a poop nose.
Really good sound design.
Peter is miraculously not arrested and is forced to hang out with Kyle to make amends. They actually hit it off, and Luke encourages Peter to bully people, just like he bullied Chris. This literally bullies his entire friend group, and even his wife.
Cook much? You're the one punching yourself in the face. Oh, so you're gonna keep punching yourself in the face?
You're getting a good.
Hey, Stewie, nice sunburn.
God, you horse's ass!
Hey, you nerds want to see a puppet show?
Peter, put me down!
Joe is your friend.
Shut up, you nerd. Hey!
Of course, though, we're here for Meg, and Peter is absolutely disgusting in this episode. Chris also gets a little bit of Peter's bullshit, but it's really Meg who ends up suffering.
Dad, what's wrong with you?
There are bullies and there are nerds. My point being that I'm a bully, not a nerd.
Dad! Get away from me! Dad!
Peter's fine. You're coming to get you. Peter's fine. You're coming to get you. Here comes Peter's fine. You're coming to get you. Oh, in the kitchen, Meg.
In Finders Keepers, Peter has a nasty case of so bad breath. It's so bad that the dude nearly sends a coworker to the hospital.
All right, so this is Pawtucket Patriots National Distribution. As you can see, we're predominantly an East Coast beer. What do you say we do what Anderson Cooper tried once before he decided he hated it? Hey there.
Ugh. Oh, I think I finally want to make love to a spaceman.
All right, let's go.
Good.
Lois is a smart woman, but Meg, on the other hand, she has to suffer through it when Peter drives her around.
It smells like rotting flesh in here.
But Minnie had a heart.
Howdy, 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 ho. Heedy, 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 hee.
That's a fight.
Do you need mouth-to-nose resuscitation?
No!
To be fair, Peter didn't throw the girl out of the car, but did she really have a choice? Go brush your teeth, dude. I know it's not as simple as that, but at least try. In the end, it turns out Peter had some seafood stuck in his teeth.
I think I found the culprit. This shrimp was lodged under one of your gums.
It's been weeks since I ordered from Hurry Up Shrimp.
Where the hell is this guy? I ordered that shrimp 2 hours ago.
Looks like you should have ordered from Hurry Up Shrimp.
On average, Americans spend upwards of 50,000 hours waiting for shrimp over the course of their lives. Why on earth don't these guys just hurry up?
Come on, come on. No way this is the shrimp. Wow, it is.
Man, now I want some undercooked shrimp. Later on the episode, the Griffins use this map to hunt for a lost treasure.
The circle in the square. That could be the clock in the town square.
Son of a bitch, everyone's already here.
Let's see. Face the circle in the square.
Wait! When I played Jane Musket in the school play the last 3 weekends, thanks for coming, I learned that Timmy Musket is buried in a cemetery on Block Island. I remember it because my big speech was, Timmy!
Meg, please.
That's it. Meg, take the car home.
Chris, we need to find that treasure for ourselves.
She is one of your kids, dumbass. In the Griffin family history, we see how the family truly feels about Meg. At the start of the episode, Lois hears a funny noise, and eventually, this happens.
Oh my god, what's going on? I heard a noise. Is somebody downstairs?
Oh, God, Meg, you startled me. I'm sorry.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass?
Ouch. Conveniently, Peter has built a panic room, except it's missing something important.
In a situation like that, you would need LL Cool J. I heard he put his last burglar in the hospital. And they'll still probably try to sue.
Everyone get in the attic.
Peter, what is that?
Well, I got the idea to build a panic room after I saw that movie, The Butterfly Effect.
Oh my god, we're all gonna die!
That's not true. We'll survive by eating each other. But I think it's important for the last one of us left alive to know the story of the Griffin family history.
After a history lesson about the Griffin family name, Peter decides to risk his daughter's life. This is a 40-year-old man we're talking about here. Most fathers would do anything for their little girl, but Peter doesn't give a about Meg.
We need to figure out how we're gonna survive.
Meg, go get us some sandwiches.
Meg can get through the vent. She can sneak out and go get help.
Dad, I can't go through the vent.
Yeah, she's right. We need to grease her up so she doesn't get stuck. Everybody spit on Meg.
Stop! Stop! You got, I meant I can't do it because there are burglars down there.
Oh, there she is. She's in the kitchen. Hey, Meg. I see you there in the kitchen. Oh, God, Meg, they know you're there. Quick, scrape that mustard off. Use the other mustard.
I think they're making a sign to tell us something.
Meg's our daughter.
Even when your daughter gets caught and could potentially die, you're still worried about the mustard? From here, the Griffins come up with a plan to free Meg.
We gotta get out of here. They're gonna kill Meg.
Quick, use the
A
other
flare gun. Good idea, Peter. If we angle it through the vent, we might be able to alert the authorities.
Oh my god, we're gonna drown.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Meg is trying to thought it up with one of the burglars.
So, is this like the part where you guys have your way with me? Where I'm like helpless and you guys take turns?
Oh, no! Oh, God, oh, no!
No, seriously, I won't scream or anything. Come on! I'm pretty!
By the end of the episode, Joe saves the day, but the Griffins are not done with Meg yet.
Whatever.
I like that movie too.
Thank God you guys are okay. We've captured the burglar. They're pressing sexual harassment charges against your daughter. Meg should probably get a lawyer.
Oh, sweetie, thank you for keeping our spirits up with your stories.
Your daughter's a sexual predator. If you don't do anything, she could go to jail for a long time.
Who knew Meg was good at sports? I didn't until I watched White Meg Can't Jump. This episode is all about Meg joining her school's basketball team. Turns out Meg has some potential.
Hey!
Oh, no.
Where you at, pepperonis?
Meg, what you did back there, boxing out those students, was quite impressive. Have you ever considered trying out for the girls' basketball team?
The next day, Peter is forced by Lois to go to his own daughter's tryout. You'd think the fat ass would be proud, but nope.
Meg is trying out, and Lois made me come because she says I'm her dad.
Okay, Griffin, you're up next. Take a shot.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Meg, I can see your penis. She looked.
She did look.
Yeah, it's funny as for us, but imagine this being your dad. No wonder Meg has mental health issues. As the practice continues, it turns out Meg is actually good, but there's a catch.
What are your feet nailed to the ground? Jump!
Hey, Meg, but listen, I think I know what your issue is. You did much better at tryouts, right? Your dad was here.
Do you think Dad helps me play better?
Each time he heckled you, you played well.
I just wanted to prove him wrong.
I mean, is Peter really the bad guy in this episode? Yes, he's on his daughter, but it's also making her play better. Is it tough love or bad parenting? I don't know, dude, but it's funny as
Hey, Meg, every game you play is a game of horse with that face. Hey, Meg, this is the closest you're ever gonna get to hardwood.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Peter, you're right. Your insults are making Meg play better.
Wow, what a game!
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
First one to the bedroom gets to be on the bottom.
Stewie, honey, don't come upstairs for a bit. The floor is lava again.
Bottom of what?
Another lie.
That's not deadly lava. What? I didn't trip, you jumped.
At her next game, Meg's winning streak is put to an end when Peter loses his voice while berating her. After a trip to see the f***ing legend Dr. Hartman, Peter is told that he cannot speak for a couple of days, or else he's screwed. Damn, dude. Meg is once again absolutely cooked. Without her dad bullying her, she's back to sucking at basketball, and unfortunately, it's time for her biggest game yet.
If only you still had your voice, Peter.
Come on, you could do this. Everyone who's not looking at their phone is counting on you. Time out! Dad, you have insulted me every day of my entire life. Well, guess what, you tubby piece of crap? I don't need you. I'm gonna hit this shot without your help, and when I do, I'm gonna experience more glory than you ever have in your entire empty, pathetic life.
Shut up, Meg.
What did you say?
Shut up, Meg. I wish we'd never had you.
And to hear us run away because we're parked illegally at the...
Yeah, dude. Can we take a moment to appreciate this beautiful father and daughter relationship? In our next episode, Meg is actually the bad guy. She becomes a born-again Christian and really drinks the Kool-Aid, even trying to convert her family and friends. Let's rewind though, because the beginning of the episode...
I cannot stand people that try to push their beliefs on other people, bro. So lame, dude. I can't stand it.
Slaps.
This is stupid. I'm so bored.
Oh my God, what a great costume. Meg, come take your picture with this space alien guy.
No, Dad, I don't want to.
What a wonderful novelty photo this will make. Hey, how'd you make that awesome mask?
It's not a mask. I have the mumps.
Well, Meg has the mumps, all right. How is it she was never immunized?
Well, it was 1992, and I couldn't be bothered with anything that didn't involve Dan Cortez.
It's light, but forcing your daughter to take a picture with a random dude is weird. Not bad parenting, it's just strange. And because of this, you caused your daughter to get a really bad illness. Meg literally blows up like a balloon. Not only did he make her take the photo, but Dr. Hartman also reveals that Peter has never gotten Meg vaccinated. From here, the episode focuses on the family supporting Meg. I don't know if I'd call what I'm about to play supportive, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
I know you hate having to be in bed all day, but your father's bringing in the old TV. Peter, what the hell?
I don't want to catch the mumps, Lois.
Chris, check it out. Jackass number 2.
Finally.
Up next, Kirk Cameron.
Ooh.
To talk about God.
Ow.
Do you feel like no one cares about you?
Meg, your mother made soup for you. Here you go, honey.
A little excessive, right? Also, that's what you get for wearing a giant, unnecessary suit. That's it for today, but click the episodes where Lois Griffin was a terrible mother.
I hate you all!
In Steroids, Stewie gets his ass kicked by Susie, Joe's daughter. After Peter takes him to the gym, Stewie gets hooked on steroids. In the B-plot, however, Connie D'Amico stirs up some drama between Chris and Meg.
What if I date a loser and make him over into a popular guy? Chris Griffin? Oh my God, I could smell him from here. What? He's perfect.
Wow, my favorite. PB&J with the crust cut off. What'd you get?
Your crusts.
That's it?
I also got an orange peel and a picture of Mom eating a turkey leg. Oh my God! Connie's coming over to talk to me. Sit up straight!
Hey Meg, nice posture. Get lost.
Thank you.
You and I are going on a date Saturday night.
Okay.
I'll see you then.
So not only is her mother purposefully sending her crust for lunch, she's also taunting her with food. After a little makeover from Connie in her car, they hard launched that at school. And suddenly, now that he's hooking up with Connie, Chris is popular.
Here we go.
Oh my God! Is that Chris Griffin with Connie D'Amico?
Hey, Griffin!
Wow.
Good news is, it's really like that. Get you a bad female and you're immediately 20 times more popular. Swear to God. Bad news is, you're going to have to fight a bunch of really snoo depraved dudes. Every time.
The jocks have never said hello to me before.
Wow, you did it, Connie. Chris Griffin is popular. There's something about him. He's not like the other guys. I actually really like him.
Eventually, Chris and Connie decide to throw a party at the Griffin's house. And of course, Meg is invited, right?
Sweetheart, why don't you just go downstairs and join the party?
I wasn't invited.
I'm sure deep down he still loves his big sister.
I hate my life!
Okay, look, Meg, I've been at this for 45 minutes. I don't know what else I can say. Here's a Sylvia Plath book and a bottle of Ambien. I'm gonna look the other way, and whatever happens, happens.
That is some amazing parenting right there. Encouraging her daughter to off herself. That's crazy. In the end, Chris cheats on Connie, so she exposes him to the entire school. But yeah, Lois was a horrible parent in this episode. The Blind Side has a very interesting opening. The Griffin family stairs have become worn out, and people are getting hurt because of it, including Meg.
Stewie, what are you doing?
Oh, just do a little Tai Chi. And of course, the most important part of any workout is a proper cool down and a stretch. Ah! I got a splinter!
Oh my God, Stewie, what is it?
No, he's just got a splinter.
It's because these old stairs are just falling apart.
It's not just the stairs. Meg has spent 2 days pinned under a roof beam.
Let's just focus on the stairs, Brian.
Her being trapped is admittedly hilarious, but Lois, do you want the girl to die? Go save your daughter, you weirdo. In Catfight, Lois and Peter learned that Meg and Chris have been cheating in school.
Principal Shepard, what's going on?
Meg and Chris were caught cheating.
What?
Yes, they had the Lost Boys of the Sudan standing in for them in gym class.
Nice block, Griffin.
This is terrible. What do you think about this, Peter?
Bad. Very bad.
From here, Lois decides that the best course of action is to take the kids to a Christian family camp. It's funny because Meg being stuck between a roof beam wasn't a priority at all, but her skipping gym class is a big deal. Lois
definitely go to a Christian family camp. Easiest place to get snoo-snoo.
really has her priorities in check, and I respect her for it.
Okay, Peter. The kids and I are off to church camp. Meg, Chris, the vans are here.
You got any booze in that bag, mister?
No, sir.
Well, then how you gonna make any friends at camp? There you go.
Welcome to Sunrise Woods Bible Camp. What a lovely setting.
Ugh, Mom, this place sucks.
Later that night, and we see the torture that Chris and Meg are being put through.
How are those drawings of Jesus coming? Okay, a little dark on the hair there. Let's lighten it up. Okay, let's put those away for now. I'd like to move on to having you all sign your contracts with God. It's a written commitment to forego all alcohol, drugs, and self-pleasure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my lawyer look at this.
Lois tries to like it, but she eventually decides to get the f*** out. I can't blame her, but imagine signing your kids up for something like this, only to bail when you aren't having fun.
Okay, we're getting out of this place tonight. You know, Vera, I've been so moved by my time here at camp. I wonder if I could perhaps say grace tonight.
Oh, that'd be lovely, Lois.
I'd like to begin with a moment of silence. A fully counted out Mississippi 60-second moment of silence.
No one heard this? No one heard any of this.
And the first one to open their eyes is Gay.
So funny, but also, Lois, you are a terrible influence. On the way home, as the episode wraps up, Lois says a bunch of hurtful things about her son.
It seemed like Chris enjoyed himself there.
You know Chris is a little bit dumb. And I know you're not particularly popular or beautiful, but you do have a head on your shoulders. So religion isn't gonna be for people like you and me. It's basically for stupid people like Chris.
What are you guys talking about?
How handsome you are.
Really?
Swear to God.
You're a monster.
The episode Stuck Together, Torn Apart kicks off at the local cosmetic where everything is sold in bulk.
Mmm, delicious. Oh, what have we here? May I partake? Mmm.
You don't have to keep moving to the back of the line. You can have as many as you want. They're free.
Eventually, Lois finds a good deal on pianos, and while it's an accident, she nearly kills her daughter.
They got a great deal on pianos if you buy a 4-pack. Meg, help me get these down.
Lois?
Oh my gosh. I don't believe this. Ross Fishman, is that really you? I haven't seen you since college.
Meg has had many boyfriends. She's dated Mayor West, Joe's son Kevin, and even Mario. Pretty sure Luigi was hitting that shit as well. There is one, though, that really stands out. Remember Anthony?
Lois, get in here. Shh. Meg's boyfriend.
But there's nothing wrong with him.
Mom, where's my...
Quagmire, get over here. You gotta see this.
He seems to be completely normal.
I can honestly say for the first time that I am attracted to our daughter.
He seems pretty chill. I'm sure Lois and Peter are happy for their daughter, right? Especially Lois. Think of all the weird dudes Meg has dated. Neil Goldman, Luke the Convict. She should be a proud mother.
You can't be liking
Well,
on your own
it was very nice
child.
meeting you, Anthony.
You too, Mrs. Griffin. Thanks for having me over for dinner.
Anyway, good night, kids.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad.
On the lips.
Come on, man.
Yes.
Can't stand this.
Oh, I forgot my... Oh my God, that's kind of hot. I bet you taste like Mountain Dew and Starburst.
Lois is a f***ing freak. If you're a true Family Guy fan, you already know where this shit is going. The next day, and Lois vents to Bonnie, another 40-year-old woman, about having a crush on a teenager.
I just didn't know who else to talk to.
Oh, that's okay, Lois.
I'm attracted to another man.
Giggity.
It's Meg's boyfriend, Anthony.
Giggity.
He looks at me like I'm young and attractive.
I'm gonna tell you a secret, Lois. I had an affair once. It wasn't anything sordid, just some guys I met on the internet. It's healthy to explore your sexuality.
That's crazy. Anyway, after some terrible advice from Bonnie, Lois makes her move. She even manipulates Meg, just so she can get what she wants, some sausage.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Mrs. Griffin.
We got a little welcome to the family present for you.
Your husband's work and poker game schedule?
My menstrual cycle's on there too, but I don't mind if you don't. Oh, by the way, Meg, I forgot to tell you, your grandfather needs you to pick him up at the airport.
Anthony, you want to come with me?
Sure.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I'll keep him company till you get back. Goodbye, Meg. The other day you said I was attractive. Now what are we gonna do about it? Do my gray hairs bother you?
What gray hairs?
Kiss me.
Mom, I forgot my keys. Do you know where...
Rape?
Lois tries to apologize to Meg, but the girl is absolutely tweaking. She even rips out a tooth.
Meg, honey, I think we need to talk.
Get out!
I am so sorry. I never meant to steal him from you.
You stole him from me? You couldn't steal him from me.
Clearly, if I wanted him, I could have him.
Look at you. You're old. You're nothing. You couldn't even imagine the things I do for him. This is about power tools. I'll do anything. You don't know me.
What will you do?
Oh my God.
Damn, what a beautiful bonding moment between mother and daughter. Lois's sad excuse for an apology falls flat, and of course she shifts the blame onto Peter.
Our daughter hates me, and it's all because of you. You've made me feel so unattractive lately that I went and did something disgusting and abhorrent, and I'm ashamed of myself.
Lois, I think you're the most beautiful woman I ever seen in my life.
Would you forgive your mom if she made out with your boyfriend? In model misbehavior, Lois completely abandons her kids, becoming a model. Let's rewind a little bit first, though, for some context. The Griffins visit Carter, literally the worst father-in-law ever.
Mr. Carter, la familia Griffin.
Hello, everyone.
Isn't this fun, Peter? You and I get to stay in my old high school room.
Wow, this looks just like my room at home.
Yeah, except for all the trophies and pictures of friends.
Who says something like that to their daughter? I swear, aside from Connie, Lois is literally Meg's biggest bully. After this visit, Lois is inspired to get back into modeling. She meets a shitty agent and jumps back into the industry. However, she starts acting a little strange.
Dinner's almost ready, kids.
Dad, how could you be okay with Mom parading herself around like this? I mean, she's half naked. It makes all women look bad.
No, just
Who
the
let
other
you back
ones
in the
like
house?
you, man.
While Meg and Chris are embarrassed, Peter is absolutely stoked
Who
and
let you
brings
back
his
in the
wife to the
house?
bar.
Hey, who's putting together a puzzle? Because I just found a hot piece.
Wow, Lois, you look great.
Thank you, Glenn.
Okay, easy, fellas.
Take your jacket off.
Jacket off! All right, that's it. That's enough.
This is important to me. I am going to the top, and there's nothing you or anyone else can do about it.
You talking like that?
Who the hell does he think he is?
In the car, on the way back. And no, you ain't allowed to
Hey
take no
there,
pills.
sweetie. I got a wax this morning, and let's just say you're cleared for landing.
What the hell's
Is it
up
a
with you
landing strip?
lately?
You're not gonna believe this.
Landing strip?
I got invited to a Vogue magazine party.
Abusing pills and abandoning your kids to party all night is terrible, but she also directly insulted her daughter at the beginning of the episode. Next up is dead dog walking, and in this episode, Chris and Stewie get addicted to vaping. Yeah, pretty f***ing lame. Lois definitely agrees with me, as look at what she says to her son.
Technically, that was not my vape pen, but I do need it back because it belongs to a friend of mine. When Greg...
Oh, damn it, Chris. Why do your lies have to take so damn long? I'm sneaking a real cigarette like frustrated mothers are supposed to do.
At least vaping is healthy.
Vaping is just as bad, and you look like a douchebag. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
no.
a douchebag.
Your secret's safe with me.
Maybe this was actually good parenting? I don't know, man.
No.
You tell me. In Jungle
No.
Love, it's a big day for
Jungle
Chris.
Love?
He's finished middle school, and it's time for his first day of high school. Of course, Lois is going to give her son some good advice, right?
I say, anybody listen to Howard Stern this morning? He had some strippers in the studio. They sounded hot. Then he made a joke about a Negro, but Robin laughed, so it was okay.
Chris, relax. The freshman hunt doesn't really exist. It's just a myth to scare freshmen.
Oh, boy, that's a relief.
freshman.
Ew,
Oh, I got you, you freshman.
He literally runs away from home. Yeah, you're cooked, Chris. All thanks to your loving mom. Turns out, Chris ends up hating high school so much because of this, he literally runs away from home.
Chris, we're approaching your assigned village.
Hello, I am Chief Oleki. This is my daughter, Loka.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Chris, are you all right? Chris, what are you doing
I'll
down
bring my
there?
virginity for that
Relax,
one.
Mom. I'm having a great time.
You people knocked me off the modem.
When are you coming home?
How's the food in South America?
I'll be home in a month after people have forgotten I'm a freshman.
Hey, guys.
Oh, I gotta go.
Something's in the oven.
I lost a shoe.
No, don't leave me on the phone with her.
Stewie? Oh, we got a letter from Chris. Having a wonderful time. He met a girl. He got married. He says he's not coming back.
This is 100% your fault, dude. In the end, the Griffins are forced to travel to South Africa. They try to force Chris to come back, but eventually they don't have to.
Hey, you guys got an ATM? I only got $37 on me. What's the matter with him?
We've never seen that much money before.
Don't you see what this means to me? I'm somebody here.
What's going on?
Now, Peter paid the villagers to reenact the contest episode of Seinfeld.
I am out.
Huh?
I am out. I have pleasured myself.
I'm the richest guy in town.
Dad, don't you see? This is a wonderful place, and you're just using it to escape from your problems at home.
Aren't you doing the same thing?
Oh, my God, you're right. I married this 11-year-old girl for all the wrong reasons. I guess I just came here because I was afraid of being a freshman.
Freshman?
I guess you can't run away from your problems anywhere.
When Chris gets ejected from the Boy Scouts and the sun also draws, Peter snaps.
I can't believe we're actually going to New York.
All right, you guys, we're off. Those scouts are never gonna know what hit them.
Peter, we're lost. Would you please find some place to ask for directions?
We are not lost. And even if we were, you know I can't ask another human being for directions. Oh, God, we gotta stop.
Wow, an Indian casino.
During their pit stop, Lois finds herself in the casino, and before Peter can even finish peeing, she loses everything.
I'm going to ask someone for directions. Meg, watch Stewie. Can you tell me how to get to New York?
Well, sure. Don't you want to play a little first?
But I really don't approve of, gambling.
Well, technically, it's not really gambling. It's just us trying to rebuild our shattered culture after you raped our land and defiled our women.
Well, as long as you're not using it for firewater.
No. Firewater? What's firewater?
I didn't know you know how to play poker, Lois.
Yeah.
Well, how you doing?
Yeah.
That's good, honey. Let's go.
It's funny. I never knew video poker could be so much fun. This is so silly. I started playing again.
Jeez, I could swear I parked here.
Yeah, you did. I sort of bet our car.
Yeah? I just need to go back into the casino and find a high roller who will pay $1 million to sleep with my wife.
What an amazing mother. When Brian breaks his arms at the beginning of prescription heroin, Lois starts popping the pills he's prescribed and very quickly becomes addicted. This woman clearly has a very addictive personality.
Oh, poor Brian. Have your pain meds kicked in yet?
Oh, yeah.
How does it feel?
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe just a half of a half, huh?
Prescription heroin? Is that a thing?
Chris Daughtry?
That's right, Lois. Would you like to glide around on my head like an air hockey puck?
Forever?
Just until I have to do a smoke inside concert at an Indian casino.
Lois is f***ing geeked. Imagine having 3 kids and getting twisted on pain medication. Reminds me of my mom, to be honest.
Well, it's $3.50. That's basically 4. You know, if it's good with water, it'd be even better with wine, huh? Just like Jesus says. Oh, Brian, was that the last pill?
Yes. But that's fine, because my arm's all better. Lois, I'm good. I don't want to get hooked on those things.
Who wants to go for a ride in the car?
Lois is out of pills, and despite holding her infant son, she does something wild.
Damn it, there's gotta be one more pill in here somewhere. Here, Stewie. Time to get nice and clean in your bath while Mommy gets on her knees and Tara reads around the bathroom. Here it is. How's the temperature, sweetie?
Of what? The air?
Bitch, how you miss?
Oh my God. That's the last pill.
Hell
Damn
no.
it, my hand's too big, it won't
No.
fit.
Flush that
Oh,
bug.
Stewie. You know how you missed your last swim lesson? Well, you know how teacher Amy has you dive for rings? Well, this is like that, except it's a pill, and it's not okay if you don't get it.
Ah, damn you!
Come on, you just touched it!
What's all the yelling? Oh my God, Lois, what are you doing? Lois, you need help. I have one pill left. It's in my crate.
Brian, I don't see it. What are you doing?
This nearly just let her kid drown just to get a pill. Should I be disgusted or impressed? Next up is breaking out is hard to do. Lois goes bonkers in this episode, stealing anything she can get her hands on.
Oh, this is cute. Oh my God.
Baby girl crashing out. I used to steal stuff when I was younger. You know what I mean?
God,
usually CDs.
Dude, you have kids at home and you're going to risk it all? This girl becomes reckless, and when she slips up, Joe chases her and arrests her. At a court hearing, Lois learns some bad news.
Your Honor, I am so sorry for stealing all that stuff.
Considering this is your first offense, I've decided to go lenient and... Where the hell is my gavel? Give me that! I sentence you to 2 years in the state prison.
Bogus!
Order in the court! Okay, 3 years.
That was a sneeze.
4 years.
I'm sorry.
5 years.
You douchebag.
All right, 3 years it is.
Let's be real. Peter is a dumbass and is unable to take care of the house or kids, so he comes up with a hilarious but insane plan.
Okay, now when we get to your mother's cage, say hello, but don't drag your ass, because I want to go to the reptile house. Quagmire, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's conjugal visit day.
Oh, it is so good to see all of you.
Oh, I can't believe you're serving a 3-year sentence. It seems so harsh.
I guess I was stealing because I was so sick of the same old routine.
Well, I guess with good behavior, you could be out in 2 years.
I made my own bed with this one, guys.
I think I got an idea of how to smuggle you out.
Bye-bye. Take care now. Have a nice day.
Good Lord, it's disgusting down here.
Ow! What the hell are you doing? It's wet down there, Brian.
Remember, this is all happening because Lois needed to steal thousands of dollars in items. Joe eventually gets on their asses and finds them in the sewer.
Oh, hell no.
Which way should we go? Take the left one.
Thanks.
You're mine now, Lois.
Oh my God, Joe! Joe, you're too heavy!
Pretend I'm your child, Lois. Nutmeg, nutmeg!
To be fair, in Ratings Guy, both Lois and Peter are awful. The episode starts with the family visiting a fire station, where we see Joe talking some to the firefighters.
What's up, nerds? You waiting for some guy to fall asleep with a cigarette? We got guns, you got hoses. See you on the softball field.
From here, the Griffins are given a little tour of the place.
Over here is our kitchen, where we make all our meals.
Hey, Chris, you think it's safe to drink from a fire hose?
Why not, Dad? It's just water.
All right, well, turn it on. I'm very thirsty. You got my shirt wet. Come on, Stewie, we're going.
Just a moment, Brian. I'm pretending I'm a fireman. I love playing pretend.
Looks like a fun time, right? Peter gets his face melted off, and Lois almost gets murdered. But more importantly, we get this f***ed up cutaway gag.
Yeah, you kids always loved your first trip to the fire station. You remember when we took Meg?
In our next episode, Lois comes out of her shell. Our favorite mother is going through a midlife crisis. She's just turned 42 and doesn't even want to acknowledge that it's her birthday.
I'm going to the store. Anybody need anything?
Hey, Lois, doesn't somebody have a birthday coming up this week?
Oh, it's nice of you to remember, Brian, but frankly, I'd rather let this one slip by. You keep so busy with your kids, time just seems to slip away, and then you turn around one day and you...
Okay, bye. Stop making noise.
Yay!
Birthday! Happy birthday, Lois!
You guys shouldn't have done this.
To my dearest Lois on her birthday, what were once 2 firm, impressive mountain peaks have become a barren, strip-mined, muddy landslide that droops ever downward.
That's enough.
Lois, you may not be the young filly you were when I met you, but you're still my reliable old plow horse. I love you, sweetheart. And I have a lovely gift of the batch-slapping variety waiting for you when I'm just the right amount of drunk.
You can't...
What a dickhead. At first I felt bad for Lois, but as this episode progresses, she goes bat crazy. She's hot as though.
Hey, any of you guys seen your mother?
What the hell?
Hey, slugs.
Lois, what's going on?
I got highlights. I went shopping and I had my... So it's tighter now.
I think Lois might be having a midlife crisis.
Mom's acting and dressing like a 20-year-old.
You can't just pretend to be something you're not.
Yes, just ask Edward Scissorhands.
I'm an excellent night nurse, so you two get some much-deserved sleep. And when you wake up well-rested, your precious little baby will be smiling as bright as the sun. It's dead.
Bro, I'd be pissed if my mom randomly came home acting like this. Trust me, though, it gets worse.
Peter, can you come down to the laundry room?
What is it, Lois? I was watching...
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Lois.
Do me, Peter.
Yes.
Right here on the carpet.
Yes.
Get over here and kiss me.
Do
Let's
that.
have sex on all the clean, folded laundry.
Do that. Yeah.
I'm on fire. Take me, you filthy bastard. Destroy me
You're
and
jealous.
this laundry.
Put
You're
Meg's
all
bra in
jealous.
your mouth.
Oh my god, that's so disturbing.
Yeah, and my hearing's a lot better, so I hear, like, suction and stuff.
After this, we get a montage of Lois doing anything she can to feel younger, even accidentally hitting a homeless man. To be fair, this entire situation is Peter's fault, and Lois is only acting this way due to Peter's wild comments, but Lois is pushing it. It's funny as dude. Great episode so far. In the end, Lois tries to cheat on Peter with Justin Bieber, but Peter shows up just in time. It's crazy that even reached this point though. And again, this ain't 2024 Justin Bieber dude. This is like 2012, so he was still really young. Lois is definitely a little... It gets a lot of crap at home, especially from Peter and Lois. Peter farts on her. Lois makes out with her boyfriends.
Kiss me.
But Stewie, he hasn't done anything that bad to Meg before, right? You tell me, because this clip from season 12's Chap Stewie is a lot.
Oh, it's starting. I'm going to live tweet the show and ruin it for everyone in other time zones. Oh, this is the fastest moving episode I've ever seen.
Unga bunga, unga bunga.
What's happening?
Peter, what are you doing? Playing unga bunga. Two guys run at each other with mattresses, and that's kind of it. Let's do this! Yeah!
Oh!
I'm trying to watch my program.
Chris, look, Mom's naked.
Where?
You creep.
No!
Peter, what's going on in
Unga bunga.
You ruined my night! I asked for one thing in this house! I want to watch it downstairs on the big TV! I want to watch my show!
What's all that noise? Oh, do you want a hug from your big sister?
He absolutely did that shit on purpose. I with you though, Stewie. That was hilarious. In The Manchurian Candidate, Stewie has some big plans for his treehouse.
Son of a bitch! Hey, what the hell's going on out here? You got a permit, pal? Huh?
I'm just gonna toss this dog a beating real quick.
Wait, what? Easy there, Gussie. I know this guy. Why don't you go get yourself a sandwich? What's happening? I'm trying to write, and all I hear is banging. I'm having these guys put up a treehouse. Sort of like a man cave / dance studio kind of deal. Why don't you stop by later and I'll give you the tour?
The next day, we get to see Stewie's new spot, Chateau Stewmont. And while I personally think it looks sick, Brian and Chris are total douches about it.
Come on in, fellas. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Couch, plasma, kind of a little office nook over there. And... Hey-oh! Boom! Photo booth with props. Eh?
Yes, but do you mind if we take a rain check? I gotta take Chris to baseball in like 5 minutes.
Well, come by later.
This place is dope.
They like it. This place might just be my masterpiece.
Okay,
wow.
So we're on the same page?
I have no idea what he's going for up there.
I don't think he does either.
And like, nothing to eat?
Like, dude, go to Costco. Grab some of those frozen quiches.
Poor Stewie. How does he handle it?
Now we're talking. Oh, yeah, you like? Oh, I happen to be over at Costco today, and I grabbed some of these quiches.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, so, added a little workout area. Oh, I got that creek taken care of, too.
That's not the same TV, right?
Good eye. Yeah, I looked up Vizios and realized they're kind of crap. Ended up going with the Sony.
Can't go wrong there. You know who would love this? Eric.
Bring whoever.
We'll see you later.
It's all so cliche.
Literally not one thing about that place says Stewie.
You really solved the TV problem, huh?
Everybody knows LG is the way to go. Not to nitpick, but those weren't even the right frozen quiches. I spit mine out in a napkin and put it in his workout area.
Well, I think we know he won't find it in there.
Maybe the third time's the charm, right?
Stewie, you here? Got your text, so let's see that best tennis ball ever.
Hey! Didn't hear you guys come in.
There's just this real welcoming vibe.
Right. Oh, good. Welcoming is exactly what I was going for.
What the hell, Stewie?
I heard every word you two said about me. I bought 1,000 of these frozen quiches. And you two are gonna eat every last one of them. Good boy.
Do you mind if I get a glass of water then? I just found them a little dry is all.
Oh, were they dry?
You know, for my taste, they were a little dry.
Stewie is tweaking in this episode, dude. Such a hilarious plot line, though.
Hey, Stewie, come on, let us out of here. Chris, now's our chance. We gotta get out of here.
Heading somewhere? I trusted you. I invited you into my man cave.
Stewie, no, please don't kill me. Wait, did you make that?
Of course I did. Why?
Wow. No, it's just, I just don't know how you're able to make such cool weapons at your age. Do you have any others?
Yeah, of course I have more.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I have like 100. Wait a minute. You're not gonna win me over with flattery. Is there anything else you like about it?
Yeah, I mean, check out how sturdy the sight bridge is.
First thing I noticed too, Chris.
This is probably one of the nicest ones I've ever seen. Anyway, Stewie, you can go ahead and kill us now.
If you guys want, I suppose I could show you how to make one.
Even after everything Chris said?
Of course I will. I love you guys. Go clean yourselves up. I'm around. Just come by whenever and I'll show you.
Surely these idiots have learned their lesson, right?
Well, you know, Rupert, I think the lesson here is that maybe I shouldn't be so concerned with what other people think.
I can't believe he bought it.
That crossbow. I mean, a Barnett is like, I don't know, Thor's hammer compared to that thing.
When you pointed out the rocking stirrup. I mean, if you can call that one. Hey, there he is, David Cross.
Riddick Bowe, the crossbow kid.
Ow! Come on, Stewie.
Hey, Stewie. Sorry, I couldn't find a shirt or a bra, so I figured I'd just let him flop around the hallway. Mom! Stewie shot himself!
In Hannah Banana, Stewie becomes obsessed with the pop star. A little too obsessed. So obsessed that he tortures 9 different dogs just to get tickets to see her live. Oh, by the way, the dogs are all related to Brian.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, come in. Close the door. Take a look at this, Brian. Recognize him, Brian?
No.
It's your brother. I found him for you, buddy.
What? Jerry? That's amazing. Can he hear me? Hi, Jerry. What's that big thing around his neck?
Oh, I'll show you.
Ah! Oh my God! Oh my God! What did you do?
I killed him, Brian, and he's the lucky one. He went quickly. There were 9 dogs in that litter. Now, are you gonna help me get those Hannah Montana tickets?
Stewie, you're not gonna be able to get tickets. It's like the biggest thing in town. It's sold out.
Then you are gonna help me find a way to get in.
Okay, I'll help you.
Excellent.
Wait, you managed to hunt down 8 dogs that were born years ago on a farm in Texas, and you can't manage to get Hannah Montana tickets?
That's what I said. Hi, we're on the list.
Names?
Stewie Griffin and Kanye West.
Yo. You don't look like Kanye West.
That's what I said.
No, I'm him.
Then sing one of your songs.
Freddie Sanford and his son, Freddie Sanford, in a junkyard having fun. What the devil will they screw up next?
You are Kanye West!
Fun fact, that was actually a deleted scene. If you pull this episode up on Disney+, that entire scene is missing. I just go f***ing hard like that, man. Let me know if I should do an entire video on Family Guy deleted scenes in the future. In the episode, Send in Stewie Please, Stewie goes to therapy, and we learn a lot about
Please do that. I will be the first person to watch it.
the kid.
You seem to have a lot of strong opinions.
Mostly because I come across a lot of dicks. Or I guess I should say wankers. We do like that word. Or tosser, git, prat, sod, chuffer. Take your pick, Dr. Pritchfield?
We?
Yes, we.
I'm not following.
You speak with a British accent.
Yes, I'm aware.
I've often been told that I have a British accent.
Oh?
That's all you're going to say? Oh?
What is it you'd like me to say, Stewie?
That I have a British accent.
I apologize, but I can't hear it.
You mean to tell me you don't hear me speaking with a British accent right now?
No.
Everybody else does. You're the absolute only person who hasn't noticed it.
Really? Everyone hears this?
Well, just the people who can understand me, which you appear to be one of. But that's too complicated to go into. I'm not even sure I get it. Stewie has a British accent. That's like a known thing. Ask anyone.
It sounds like it's very important what other people think of you.
Oh, is that what it sounds like?
To me, it does, yes.
To you it does. I see. So after 5 minutes, you think you know me. Is that it?
A little, perhaps. I am trained, Stewie, to observe things that give me an insight. And yes, I do feel I know you a bit.
You do feel you know me a bit. Okay, all right. Well, that's fair.
Yeah, this dude just Stewie off, and he's gonna pay for it. It might seem light at first, but this dude is gonna be dead by the end of the section. Just wait for it, dude.
I see you're on vacation in Rio de Janeiro in this photo with your partner, I'm guessing? Or is he your husband? Yes, probably wanted to make it official, didn't you? Never thought you'd see it in your lifetime, blah, 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 blah. I'd say there's roughly a 26-year age difference between the two of you. Taking into consideration the math, he was probably born at a time when the most popular name was Michael. I imagine you wooed Michael with a sonnet or monologue each day. And no one had ever done anything so romantic as reciting Shakespeare for Michael before. I see a prescription for heart medication on that table. My guess is you keep that at the office. You don't want to worry Michael, you say to yourself, even though the truth is it embarrasses you. Best to keep appearing as vital as possible, and no need to have reminders at home of what's just around the corner, is there? And your office is your haven, since Michael doesn't work and is often at home. Oh, he always planned to have a career, but he could never settle on exactly what it was he wanted to do. And at first, you liked having him at home to take care of the house and plan trips, so that's just what happened. And that's a job too, he reminds you over the years. But it's a bit difficult on a child psychologist's salary at a Rhode Island preschool, I'd imagine. Fortunately, you don't have children, so you do have some disposable income. Ah, how accomplished and affluent you both look in this photo. Just the image Michael is so desperate to project. Since you also have light jackets on, I can see that you went there during summer vacation, which is in fact winter in Rio, outside of the high tourist season. I see that you're on the rooftop pool deck at the Fasano Hotel in Ipanema, the most exclusive hotel in all of Brazil. Michael would have been dying to stay there, but even in August, it's almost $1,000 a night. You tell him people are starving in the streets in Brazil. How do you justify paying those prices? When the truth is, you simply can't afford it. But you do your best. You like a hotel, but when you take him to the place you're actually staying, most people never get to visit half the places he's seen, you tell him. You can't help but feel like a bit of a failure as you see the look of disappointment on his face as he enters the room. So you decide to go to the Fasano Hotel for dinner and drinks. No, just drinks. Once you've seen the restaurant prices online. Michael wants a photo, and he says, let's take a selfie. But you say, let's ask someone to take one of us and make some tired joke about selfies that only you laugh at, wishing that you could take it out of the air as soon as you've said it. So Michael calls over a young man wearing a tiny swimsuit to take the photo, and you've posted the photo on Facebook, and Michael's posted it to his 86 followers on Instagram. You don't know how that one works. To at least give the impression, in your Ralph Lauren shirts, holding your $20 cocktails, that you're both way more successful than you are, but it makes you feel a little dirty. The lengths you have to go to in order to keep Michael happy. And every time you glance at this picture, you wonder, how long before he leaves me? I guess we both know each other a bit.
Imagine going into therapy and wanting to speak to a therapist, only to spend 5 minutes ripping them apart for literally doing their job. That's crazy. It gets worse too. As the episode progresses, we learn the true reason he's in therapy. This psycho pushed a kid down a flight of stairs. This alone is pretty messed up, but we eventually learn something crazy about Stewie.
I suppose the question is why you feel the need to do that.
I hadn't realized it before. Maybe I'm worried nobody's going to like me.
Have you ever thought of just being yourself and then see what happens?
I don't think I know how. This isn't even how I really talk. This is how I talk. The accent is nothing more than an affectation. A coat of armor to get me through the day. Just an image I cultivated so I could feel special. What a relief. For once, to talk with my real voice without the burden of trying to sound like someone I'm not.
Man, I don't think people want me to do that. Especially not in person. Y'all better off me just cracking jokes, bro.
Don't hear a difference.
How about now? You freaking hear that?
What about now? Sound different? Giggity?
What about now? Coming up now, this voice.
Ahoy, it's me. And I'm a gay alien.
I'm sorry, that just all sounds like the same person.
This section is less about Stewie being a murderer and more about how unstable the kid is. Well, actually, we get both in this episode. I think we can all agree that old Stewie is in an entirely different league. Season 1 to 8 Stewie is just straight up evil at times. Next up, we got Season 2's Damn It Janet. And right off the bat, this episode starts with some wild
Are you there?
Now give me the other half of the amulet. No! Jeffrey, take the 9 p.m. to Hounslow out of your mouth. I say, Jeffrey, be a sport, will you, and go get the sifter so we can build our sand village a little further. Everyone, meet Jeffrey, the newest member of the Club of Forgotten Children.
Who remembers Olivia, Stewie's baby mama? They dated back in the episode From Method to Madness, but break up when shit gets toxic. While in the season 5 episode Shit Cancer, she randomly returns to mess with our boy Stewie.
The big news in entertainment this week is the lovable child actress, Olivia Fuller.
Oh my God, Brian, that's Olivia from the Performing Arts School.
Miss Fuller will be appearing at the Quahog Mall this weekend to mark the grand opening of the new Brat Raps kids clothing store.
Brian, we have to go down there this weekend and heckle her roundly. There she is, Brian. Oh boy, I'm gonna take her down right in front of everybody. Good Lord.
What is it?
She looks fantastic. Oh, this one's kind of nice. What? Olivia? Hey!
Stewie?
So you're back in town?
Yeah, we're moving back into the old house.
Oh, that's... Wow, God, you look great. I mean, you're all in shape.
Well, anyway, it was nice seeing you again.
Hey, listen, maybe you want to come over on Friday. It's my Bernie Mac night.
You're sweet. I've done a lot of growing up. I'm dating more sophisticated men now. Ready to go?
Hey, baby.
What the hell are you doing?
Just me and my pubes hanging out. I just kind of feel like kicking it tonight. Oh, look at that. I'm growing all the time. You ever just let your balls hang out, B-Rye?
No.
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
You want to know how to get women? There's only one place in town you need to observe. Just watch.
I am not doing that, Glenn!
Keep an open mind.
You're a sick man!
Hey, keep it down. I don't want my neighbors seeing a fat old dirty whore screaming at me on my front lawn.
Well, maybe I should come inside.
Brian, do women like it when you treat them like crap? Hey, babe, what do you say? We going out Saturday night?
I told you I'm just into a different type of guy.
Oh, yeah? I'll tell you what you're into. Being ugly.
Stewie, you're being
that does not
mean.
work.
I thought you were Ray Liotta because your skin has the texture of a decorative autumn squash.
That doesn't work. No. Yeah.
So I'll pick you up at 7?
No.
That sounds wonderful.
That's not how that works.
Stewie and Olivia get back together, but after fighting for a large portion of the episode, they eventually break up again. But this time they are definitely done for good.
Sorry we're late, everyone, but Jean Benet here took forever with her makeup.
Let's just enjoy dinner.
Yeah, can't we just have a good time?
My problem is you. You're acting like a baby.
And we come to the center of the shrubbery maze. Well, if you think I'm a baby, then perhaps I should act like a baby. Where?
Hey, could you keep that kid quiet?
Oh, what's that? You want to come over here and quiet me down? You feel strong? You want to come over here?
No, I want to stay here and have my steak.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What is that, the porterhouse?
Yeah.
How is it?
What do you care?
If we weren't fighting, would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would.
Well, I know what I'm getting.
Hey, where's Olivia?
Probably up at the house.
It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
Don't do this to me, man. Not you, man.
It's not your fault.
Screw you. Cut it out, man.
Okay?
It's not your fault.
Are you okay?
Why is it so hard?
Are you good?
I didn't know it was going to be so hard.
This is adulthood.
You're right, Brian. It's my responsibility to deal with it. I mean, what kind of a man would I be if I ran off now?
Well, you'd be a black
smart
man.
one?
Wow. Gotta work on that, man. Bad dog. Sweetie, listen, I'm sorry.
Oh, Stewie, I thought you were at Chuck E. Cheese with your mom.
So?
No. A 4-year-old died in the ball pit. We had to cancel.
Stewie, this isn't what it looks like.
Yes, Stewie, I just dropped by.
Hey, ain't nobody talking to you.
Stewie, this isn't how I wanted it to end.
No.
But you did want it to end.
No.
You've made that perfectly clear.
Don't do any of that.
All right?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Is that smoke?
Idea for a farce. Cheating wife and Papa's ass burned alive.
In Bango Was His Name-O, Stewie tries selling lemonade, and when he struggles to make any sales, he takes his frustrations out on this poor guy.
Hey, you there! Buy this yellow drink. Hey, Prego. Prego. Hey, don't you ignore me. Ooh. Sir, go the hell with this. So, we had to do it the hard way, $6. Nice looking wife you've got. Maybe I'll look her up while you're in the hospital. Don't forget your lemonade.
Imagine getting your ass kicked by a baby. I'm always gonna throw a couple of joke sections in my videos, but I know what you guys really want, and that's truly psychotic moments. Well, our next episode, Rules for Buying My Teenage Daughter, has exactly that. Here's a little context though. In this episode, Stewie falls in love with his babysitter.
First, let me thank you for answering the ad. What do you feel?
She looks just like Taffy. When I was like 6 or 4 or like 3 or something, I had a babysitter. She is literally the inspiration for spring break titties, man. She had all of them. She had 2 of them, 2 titties, not more than 2. I'm just gonna keep going.
It qualifies you to be an effective babysitter for Stewie.
A gente é ótima com os meninos.
No Portuguese.
I didn't think it was gonna be this hard to choose a babysitter.
Sorry I'm late. Can I still apply for the job?
Yes, you can.
My God, I haven't been this exhilarated since Brian took me to see Les Miserables.
Turns out, Stewie's got that f***ing dog in him, as he actually thinks he's gonna hit that.
Tonight the babysitter comes, Rupert. Lovely Lidan.
Does she have her ID on her?
Oh, hey, Lidan. Hey, what's going on? How are you?
That doesn't
just
work.
me, Stewie. Just being myself.
Doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh, this here? Oh, it's just my package.
Doesn't
Yeah,
work.
Just my package. God delivered it. I signed for it. World keeps on spinning.
Does not work.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, Jenga, there it is.
Stewie, you are so cute I can't even stand it.
Oh, thank you. I'm having a good time too.
Stewie becomes absolutely whipped in this episode. So how do you think the kid reacts to his crush? Having a boyfriend?
Hi, gorgeous man.
Oh, you.
Stewie, this is Jeremy.
Hey, little man. So you're the guy who's been trying to steal my girlfriend.
What, your girlfriend?
I'll put him to bed.
Ha! I got your hat!
No, never
Take
be
that,
mad.
hatless!
Never be
Night,
mad at him.
Stewie.
If he wants to throw hands, I'll throw hands.
No.
I tell you,
Here's where gets psychotic.
All right, that's it.
They're just kissing.
Mom? Is anyone there?
I say, I think this is how you change a tire, but what do I know? I'm just a baby! Here's your iPod so you can listen to the streaks while you gasp for air.
With the boyfriend gone, Stewie thinks he's in the clear, but nope.
Hey, I made you a mixtape. I don't have a dual cassette player. You know, all the songs describe my feelings.
Oh, I'm sorry, Stewie. I'm just upset. Jeremy stopped calling me.
Oh, come here. Let me just
Yeah,
hold you for a while.
There you go. Nuzzle into her titty.
Stewie,
That's exactly
no!
what I did.
That is a bad place to touch. No. No.
I'm gonna touch it. Well, then, I
No
guess.
more TV.
I shall see you fired, damn you! Listen, I certainly hope you'll excuse last night's indiscretion.
No,
it was just.
don't apologize.
Oh my God, Ladon! What's that on your neck?
No, don't Bill Cosby here.
Lois! Oh, thank God you're here, Lois. It was all her friends. They were doing marijuana and heroin.
Ladon, wake up this instant.
What? I don't...
You know what? Don't bother, Ladon. You are fired.
Oh, and to top it all off, remember her boyfriend? Yeah, well, Stewie didn't.
Another Saturday night with basic cable.
Yep.
Oh, I suppose neither of us is really cut out for love, and we Oh my God, Jeremy's still in the trunk. Oh God, how long's it been? Let's see, 2 weeks. Yep. Yeah, he's dead. Definitely dead.
When it comes to true love, there is no couple better than Peter and Lois. Such a healthy and positive couple, right? Anyways, in this episode, Peter proves his love by turning Lois into a famous children's TV star. Well, this only results in everyone hating Lois, and of course Stewie jumps in on it.
Are we really buying fish at the same place we buy tires?
Oh my God.
Look! It's Saggy Naggy! Boo!
Calling them saggy.
Oh, shit.
What the hell? Young man, what do you think you're...
Oh, yeah, they like that. They really like that. The adults are like that too. Yep.
In Big Trouble in Little Quahog, Stewie takes to a psychotic level after Brian teases him for being short. Let's rewind a little first though, cause it's not like Stewie was unprovoked.
He got his face painted at a birthday party.
Oh, what do we have here?
Hey, back off! That's my goodie bag.
Ugh, an eraser.
This day started off so great. It was awash in cake and pony boners. Now all I have is this dumb whistle. Ah, what the hell? Oh, it's a dog whistle. Ah! I've always wondered what that sounds like to you.
Dog whistle! Dog whistle!
face.
Where are you, dog?
Give me that. Hey! Oh, what, you want it? Here, take it. Give it back. Give me it. No, it's mine now. In fact, I'm gonna put it where you can never reach it. No! Good luck, shrimp.
To be fair, Stewie was pretty much torturing Brian with the whistle, so you can't blame the guy, but of course, Stewie doesn't take any of Brian's crap.
I'm too small, am I, Brian? Brian, sorry I got testy. Let's bury the hatchet. Hey, Stewie, I got your text. What am I working on? What am I not working on? But Brian, I'm more interested in short stories. Well, hello there, little guy.
What the hell did you do to me, Stewie?
You seem to enjoy belittling me, so I decided to belittle you.
I don't know about you, but building an entire machine just to shrink someone, that's a little excessive, right? I'm not crazy for thinking that. As you can imagine, this does not go well for Brian.
All right, you've made your point. I'm sorry. And the way you salute and point is very casual and free of affectation.
Hey, thanks, Bri. I'll go switch you back. Brian? Hang in there, buddy.
Hurry up! Get this rat away from me!
I'll shrink myself down and come get you. All right, let's get back to the machine.
From here, 90% of the episode focuses on the two nearly dying, all because Stewie couldn't handle a f***ing joke. In our next episode, Mr. and Mrs. Stewie falls in love again. Believe it or not, Stewie actually finds somebody who can match his freak as he meets Penelope, a young girl who is just as f***ed up as he is.
I didn't bring any of my toys. Can I play with some of yours?
No! Mine!
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I didn't push him back because he has leukemia.
My name's Penelope. What's yours?
Stewie.
Would you like to play with some of my toys, Stewie? Isn't that the little boy who pushed you?
Yes.
Would you like a piece of candy?
Don't push.
This girl is just as crazy as Stewie, if not more crazy. They do a bunch of chaotic in this episode. For example, they literally blow Mort up with explosives.
All right, I made a wallet bomb and I planted it on Mort.
How do you go 2 weeks without opening your wallet?
I just planted another bomb that's set to go off every time he burps into his hand.
I better make sure my wallet's okay.
The worst, though, is this scene, where we don't see it exactly, but the pair have destroyed multiple cities and countries.
I say, we're on quite a run. We blew up the Great Wall of China, bombed the Eiffel Tower, and look at this note I sent off. Dear Pakistan. Up yours. Love, India. Let's see what happens.
They did not need much.
In the end, Stewie switches up on Penelope when she wants him to kill Brian, but that doesn't change the multiple acts of terror across the globe. The girl is a bad influence, but that ain't gonna mean in court. Now, this episode is old as Season 1's Chitty Chitty Death Bang. When Stewie thinks he's going to be put back inside of Lois, he wants to escape Quahog. While at the airport, Stewie gets caught, and we're introduced to Henry.
Well, hey there, little boy. Are you lost?
Now listen to me, Jolene. I've got an army to raise, and I must get to Nicaragua.
Henry, I have a lost little boy.
Well, hey there, little fella. Why don't you come with me?
No, damn you! You're one of them, aren't you? I'll give you whatever you want. Money, women, men.
Yeah, Henry does not last very long. He tried his best, but this is Stewie Griffin we're talking about.
Do you know your phone number, son?
The only way you'll get me to talk is through slow, painful torture, and I don't think you've got the grapes.
You know, son, running away never solves anything. You're getting to be a big boy now, and part of growing up means facing your problems head on.
You're saying I must return to face this man in white myself. So be it. As the you kind sage, I only hope my heartfelt thanks will keep you warm as you spend the next 10 years in frozen carbonite!
Whenever the plot involves Stewie trying to kill Lois, you already know it's an old one. Next up, we've got the story on page 1. In this episode, Stewie gets frustrated of being Smuggling and uses a device to control his brother Chris.
Eyes open. Voice test. I'm Chris.
I'm Chris.
Well, hi there.
Good day, shopkeep.
Good day, shopkeep. I require a hand-operated buzzsaw capable of cutting through a human sternum.
Sorry, kid. I can't sell power tools to minors.
Who the deuce are you? No, I don't have any spare change. Where the hell would I keep it? In my diaper? Get out of here, you hobo. Oh, bloody hell. Is this thing still on?
Worst of all, though, at one point he tries to use his own brother to attack his mother. You're shady as Stewie. We're going back to season 6 for this next one. In McStroke, Brian and Stewie come up with a little bet. Stewie has to go to Meg's school and prove that he can be considered cool.
God, these high school students are lame. I'm a freaking baby and I'm cooler than they are. These kids to go online and download that footage of the dancing baby from Ally McBeal, and you have to forward it to all your friends with the message, "Oh my God, look what I just found online." So, is it a bet?
Yeah, fine.
Kiss on it? What?
Personally, I do insane things to sniff Meg's hat, but maybe that's just me. For some reason, I imagine it would smell very spicy. Anyways, Stewie sneaks in via Meg's backpack, and believe it or not, Stewie kills it in high school.
Excuse me, pardon me. Are you the cool children?
Yeah, who are you?
My name is Zach Sawyer. I just transferred here.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
No, it's lame. Everything's lame.
Wow.
I wear long sleeve shirts under short sleeve shirts under long sleeve shirts.
Wow, oh my God. You're awesome.
God, you're excellent. I'm a bigger hit with the kids than Will Smith in his nice clean rap.
He even pulls Connie D'Amico, the most popular girl in school, and Meg's biggest op. In the end, though, when Stewie doesn't want to play with Connie, they break up, causing Stewie to be considered a loser at school.
Ow, 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 ow.
You enjoy the movie, baby?
Yeah, but I think I'm going to enjoy this even more. So are we just going to sit here and talk, or are we going to do it?
Those are the magic words. Check out my penis. Yeah, I am ready for sex. I drank 8 gallons of water today. This baby's ready to explode.
Is there more underneath, or is that it? Zach, just get the hell out of my car.
That was sex?
And to get back at Connie, Stewie does something only a psychopath would do.
Hell with you all!
Here comes the story of Eric K.
Getting her arrested? That's f***ed up. You're the one who tricked her, which is really funny. But getting her arrested for it? That is a little psychotic, dude. That ain't a reach either. And baby not on board. The Griffins decide to take a trip to the Grand Canyon. They inadvertently leave Stewie in the house. What great parents. Not realizing it until they're in New York.
Lois? I'm awake, Lois! Lois! Lois? Just waiting for my breakfast. I know how to get her attention. Lois! I'm about to drink my first soda! Better come stop me! That must be the sugar. Oh, God, that's good! I'm all alone. I can do whatever I want! Well, let's see what fascinating pubescent treasures Chris has got hidden away. Ooh, Hustler magazine. I finally get to see what a vagina looks... Oh, God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! You can't hurt anyone anymore.
So, who do they get to take care of Stewie? They can't just leave their infant child alone,
Vaginas
right?
are always attractive. Like, I don't...
Intruders!
Stewie, you in there?
You think he's here?
Oh,
God, it's Cleveland and Bob Hope. What the hell? Where are we?
Getting to know your remote is easier than you might think. These buttons at the top control volume, channel, and the power on your receiver.
This may be kind of messed up, but am I the only one getting a boner right now?
By the end of the episode, the are still chained up.
Mommy! Daddy! Oh, Mommy, thank God you're home!
Oh, sweetie, I'm so glad you're all right.
And now you're ready to enjoy the full range of exciting DirecTV programming options. So sit back and enjoy DirecTV. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the DirecTV Help Channel.
In Go Stewie Go, Stewie is willing to do anything to get on his favorite show, Jolly Farm. And I mean anything.
Sorry, all the boys can go home. We only have one part left for a little girl.
No, that's impossible!
Okay, our next young actress on the audition list is Karina Smirnoff.
Hello, everyone! So, should we just jump in? I'm a bit distracted. I wasn't expecting we'd do this today in light of the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Oh, dear God, didn't you hear? The bomb? The bomb that went off in Times Square? All those poor people!
My cousin works in Times Square.
Well, your cousin is fine because I was acting!
That's impressive.
Risky. Very risky. You're hired.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, this is a psychotic level of commitment. Wanting to be on the show is one thing, but creating a whole new identity just to deceive people? He even tricks Brian.
Hello there.
Hello.
I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind buying me a drink.
Maybe later I can show you some of the local points of interest. There's one right below the table.
Oh, my! You're very bold!
Brian Steele.
Oh, good heavens!
Man, your accent is sexy.
I've been missing a man's touch, lo, these many months.
And I've been missing a woman's touch.
Brian, it's me, Stewie.
You kill him.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. You really fell for it.
Why are you dressed like that?
Because I'm the star of Jolly Farm.
I'm telling Lois.
You're not telling anybody, friend. No, you're going to be my on-set guardian.
You're out of your mind.
Brian, we both know I touched it. Now, if you'd like to keep that just between us, I suggest you sit back down and order me some chicken fingers.
I don't know what's more disturbing, the fact that Brian touched it or that Stewie set this dude up for blackmail. Nah, definitely what Brian did. But Stewie is also nuts for planning out a scheme like this, just so he can get someone to pretend to be his guardian. Eventually, though, Stewie catches some feelings.
Everybody, this is our new Jolly Farm resident, Karina Smirnoff.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Oh, hello, I'm Stewie. I'm Karina.
I'm trying to rehearse.
Quiet on the set.
He's getting into character.
Is he playing a dick?
This show is so weird, dude. But I'm addicted. I can feel my brain rotting, but I don't give a To be fair, this next one is completely justified, but it's still psychotic. In The Man with Two Brians, we're introduced to New Brian. Everyone likes him at first. It really hits the fan, though, when New Brian says this to Stewie.
Hey, New Brian, you gotta leave.
This is my home.
Nobody likes you here, man.
Well, I disagree. I think everybody likes me.
We don't like your cooking, your stupid karaoke nights, and we especially don't like the way you hump that chair in the den.
Well, Rupert seems to like my humping.
What did you say?
Humped him for 2 hours yesterday.
Again, sure, the dude humped his stuffed animal, but holy shit, Stewie. Remember Mother Maggie? Stewie is obsessed with this woman since she is the lead in his favorite show, Jolly Farm. In Road to Europe, Stewie travels all the way to England just to meet her, but this does not go well. She sucks in person, and it completely lets Stewie down. And to get revenge, the little does something vile.
I've met a lot of my the celebrities I grew up watching. They were complete lames in real life.
I come to live on Jolly Farm.
Dead Brill, eh?
Ah! Oh, Mother Maggie, thank God. Something's terribly wrong.
Whose stinky brat is this? Piss off, you grotty little wanker!
It's not real.
Don't even look at me. You want to get some ice cream? That'd make you feel better, right? You want to get some McDonald's? You want to take a dump in Mother Maggie's shoes? Okay, let's go take a dump in Mother Maggie's shoes.
I'm sure sometimes you guys probably want me to just shut up and play the psycho moment, but this episode is a perfect example for why I usually give context to the whole episode. Next up, we have the blind side. In this episode, Brian wants to bang a blind girl, so he lies and pretends he's blind as well. Problems arise though when Brian needs to meet her parents who aren't blind.
I need your help. Kate wants me to meet her parents. What the hell am I gonna do?
Don't worry, Brian. I'll come up with something.
I wonder what Stewie comes up with.
Oh, hi. You must be Kate. I'm Brian's nurse.
Oh my god, Brian, are you okay?
Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. I'm just sort of bandaged up right now.
So what happened?
This one's a hero is what happened. Rescued 2 children from a burning building.
You're a good guy, Brian. A really good guy.
Wow. Thanks.
What's that thumping noise?
It's your tail. Stop wagging your tail.
I can't help it. Do something.
Are you okay, Brian?
Yeah, I'm just so happy to meet you both.
What's going on over there?
It hurts, Stewie.
Here's a little morphine.
You're not gonna stick me with that thing.
Pretend you're at the vet.
Vet? I hate the vet.
There's a dog in here.
Yes, okay? There's a dog in here. I'm a dog.
I know there's gonna be some dude in the comments arguing that this wasn't bad, debating if this was even psycho or not. And even though Stewie is helping Brian, cutting his tail off 15 times, Bonnie Swanson was a psycho. In Trans Fats, Peter uses a transgender bathroom at a baseball game, and after being mistaken for being trans, he begins dressing as a woman to reap the benefits. We also get a weird cutaway from Bonnie.
All right, Meg. I guess we'll just have to deal with this, like when Chris won that $100 scratcher and talked down to everybody.
Your house is so cozy. easy, Joe. Wish I could get by with just 2 bathrooms.
Leave us alone. I said leave us alone. But deep down I respected and even desired Chris for his success. It would take another 8 years before I summoned the courage to kiss him at a backyard barbecue.
Bonnie! I've got poopies.
Creepy? Chris is like 16, right? Fun fact, Chris also has a massive crush on Bonnie. For example, look at what this freak says in Cabin Pressure.
Come on, Lois. This is our big chance to yell at kids who aren't ours.
Let's do it. I think Bonnie's gained 5 pounds, and I want to see her in a swimsuit.
Question, if Mrs. Swanson goes swimming, then hangs her bathing suit to dry in the bathroom, am I allowed to wring the water into a cup?
And do what with it?
Irrelevant. Do not concern yourself with what happens to the water once it's in the cup. Am I allowed?
I'm gonna say no.
The guy from Reddit already paid for the water, but we'll figure something out.
And take my wife, Lois, Bonnie, and Donna take their husbands on a little vacation. Turns out it was all a lie.
Oh my God, this place is gorgeous.
Welcome to pleasant surroundings.
The water into a cup.
Something about black people wearing all white clothes. It's very peaceful. Come on.
Until you find out that you're at a Diddy party and you've already drinking the Ciroc. Give us a whole new meaning. Ruins Christmas. Whole. We gonna edit this out. It's the only way.
It was all a lie.
Oh my God, this place is gorgeous.
Welcome to pleasant surroundings.
Something about black people wearing all white clothes. It's very peaceful. Come on, girls. Let's go wear big floppy sun hats in the pool.
During their stay, the marriage counselor has them try multiple exercises. One of them includes the counselor asking the men random questions about their wives. And during this scene, we learn something f***ed up about Bonnie.
Let's play the oldly wed game. Joe, what is Bonnie's favorite food?
Well, she must like ground glass, because I keep finding it in my food.
Cleveland.
Pass.
Quagmire, what color are Kimmy's eyes?
Shaved. Sorry, what is it? What's the question?
You keep finding glass in your food, Joe? That's pretty f***ed up, Bonnie. Our next episode, 3 Acts of God, has a very stupid plot, but it still slaps. Peter notices that whenever the Pawtucket Patriots lose, the opposing team always thanks God. So what does he do? He decides to find God himself and give him a piece of his mind. Joe's idea of finding God, though, is very interesting.
All thanks and praise goes to God. He really won this one for us.
This is such bullcrap.
Well, what are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? God hates the Patriot. We gotta find God and tell him to cut the crap. Let's go find God.
All right, I'm in.
Me too.
Let's do this!
Whoa, Joe, what the hell?
No, we meant literally go and find him.
Oh, well, I already texted Bonnie.
That's not real in real life.
Bonnie, you're a little too excited about this. Also, engulfing an entire house in flames in a residential area? This chick belongs in jail if you really consider what she just did. Bonnie has slept with a lot of people on the show. Pretty much everyone, except for Cleveland, I think. And in The Heartbreak Dog, she lets Brian have his way with her. It all starts at Bonnie's birthday party.
Well, I put together some videos for Bonnie's party. Here we are on our honeymoon. Well, let's break for presents, but after that I'll show you Susie's birth video, and I'll tell you, she fell out of there like an orange out of an old dress sock.
Seems like everything is fine with Joe and Bonnie, right? Nope. Brian eventually walks in on her crying later that night.
Bonnie, are you okay?
I have something in my eye.
It looks like sadness. You can tell me. I'm your neighbor's dog.
It's just that when I was young, I had so many things I wanted to do with my life. All I've ever done is take care of Joe.
I know just how you feel. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be happier on my own.
Exactly. Thanks for being so nice to me, Brian. Why are you scratching behind my ear?
I don't know. I thought it might make you feel better.
It does feel kind of nice.
You're a good girl. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'd better go downstairs before Joe realizes I'm gone.
To be fair, Brian is definitely being a snake in this episode, but Bonnie still goes along with it. This girl is married. From here, though, it only gets worse. It's funny as but Bonnie is a thought in this episode, dude.
All right, I'm awesome at charades.
About a boy. Four weddings and a funeral. Notting Hill!
Yes, it was Notting Hill.
I'm gonna go get more wine.
Oh.
Hi, Brian. Listen, about the other night. You haven't told anyone, have you?
No, of course not.
Hey, Brian, can you bring me up a snack? I'm supposed to be in bed.
Look, the other night was great, but it was a mistake.
What?
There's definitely some kind of connection between us, but...
I felt it too. Maybe in another life, huh?
There you are. Come on, Bonnie. It's Joe's turn.
Crippled guy. cheating wife of a crippled guy, a dog, something with a dog, dog kiss. I think that's time. Your turn is over. Wait, I know it. The other night at your party, Brian kissed Bonnie.
What?
Is this true?
Can you even imagine a woman who possibly does that for real?
Okay, so Bonnie tries to shut it down, but eventually, when Joe finds out, of course he gets his revenge.
Hey, Brian, I know that things have been awkward between us, but just to show you there's no hard feelings, can I buy you a drink?
Thanks. Ah! How do I walk? Are these forever?
I also rubbed my butt on you while you were unconscious.
Eventually, Brian and Bonnie have had enough, and after being shit on by their friends, they run off together.
All right, now when Joe gets here, we're just gonna tell him he needs to lighten up on Brian, and then we'll all talk this thing out so we can move past it.
What's going on? What's all this?
We're here for you. We think that you're taking this revenge on Brian just a little too far.
You're out of control. Even though Brian's been trying to do my wife for years, and on some level I hate him for it.
Oh, Brian's a complete dick. We all know that. But I think we're losing sight of the point that Bonnie's a weird slut who's always letting you know she's open for business.
What? When am I doing that?
Oh, come on. When are you not doing that? With that boo-boo baby voice and that still breastfeeding rack? Give me some of that.
Okay, so we're all in agreement. Bonnie and Brian are terrible people. Okay, enough. How dare any of you criticize Bonnie?
No one ever takes the time to ask how I feel. Brian's the only one.
They don't get us, Bonnie. And you deserve better than this. Let's get out of here. We don't need those narrow-minded losers.
In the end, Joe is a complete simp and takes Bonnie back. But yeah, this woman cheated on her husband with a f***ing dog. If that's not psychotic, then I don't know what is. I'll admit, this next one is not necessarily the worst thing Bonnie has done, but man is this girl a bitch. In Single White Dad, Peter is left with the kids for a few days, and in the midst of him failing, people start to think he's a single parent. This even starts lying about it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to bring in.
You're doing a great job, Dad.
Hashtag dance like a dad.
Everybody's being so nice.
Hey, we normally order at the counter, but it looks like you've got your hands full today.
Can you stuff a blueberry muffin into a cup and pour coffee all over it?
Normally, no, but I can't say no to a super dad like you. Where's this little guy's mom? Is she coming in too?
No, she's not with us.
Oh my, she's dead? I'm so sorry. We make a great homemade banana cream pie. It's on the house.
Yeah, my wife is dead. I'll have that pie.
I'll bring it right away.
Eventually, we see him lie to Bonnie about Lois, and her reaction is pretty hilarious.
Oh, crap. Hey, what are you doing, Bonnie?
I told Lois I would bring her a loaf of my sourdough bread.
She's dead. Lois died. Go away.
Oh my God. What are you doing with her washing machine?
It's not for sale.
I'll give you $100.
Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah, all right. Let's do it. $100.
Maybe it's a little bit of a reach, but that's pretty f***ed up, right? You've been friends with this girl for years, and this is your reaction to her death? That is a really good deal for a used appliance though, so can't blame the bitch. When Brian gets his new book published in the Bird Reich, he expects Stewie to read it. I mean, they are best friends, right? This dude even ate his in one episode. Well, while being walked by Chris, Brian finds something interesting.
Oh, you smell that, Brian? First fire of the season.
Chris, Bonnie's gone to bed. She's not going to open her curtains again.
Just take your dump and let's go.
Hey, check it out.
A little free library. How white people make giving away their trash seem like generosity.
What the? Is this my book? This is the copy I gave to Stewie.
As much as I feel bad for Brian, I'm a lot more focused on Bonnie, as look at what happens next.
I'm gonna go home and give him... Oh, Bonnie opened her curtains.
Sounds like somebody's having fun.
Joe?
Pass me a Michael Crichton. She's gonna be a while.
Dude, how many times has this girl cheated on Joe? I'm starting to think this dude might be into it. Next up is Joe's walking on thin air. In this episode, Joe gets his legs fixed. However, he starts acting like a total douchebag.
Oh, this is great! Come on, ladies, kick your high heels off and get moving. You guys are a disgrace!
Peter, this doesn't seem safe.
Yeah, I'm afraid I might.
With the guys struggling to keep up, he abandons them, and eventually, he even leaves Bonnie.
Joe, please, can't we talk about this?
There's nothing to talk about. I've outgrown you, Bonnie. Keep the kid.
Joe, what the hell? You're leaving Bonnie?
Out of my way, Peter. Me and my new friends are gonna go surf gliding and try to somehow work a mountain bike.
You've changed, Joe. Like I did when I went through puberty. Hey, you guys feel like playing some baseball? Excuse me, I'm gonna go masturbate.
By the end of the episode, Peter and the gang literally jump Joe. However, Joe kicks their asses, leading Bonnie to do this.
Bonnie, I forgot my solo flex.
Yo, Joe.
What the hell are you doing here, pansy?
We're gonna break your legs.
Bonnie, what the hell? Put my gun down. My perfect ass!
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. I was aiming for your spine.
Damn it!
Boy, we really did a number on each other.
To be fair, Joe is a lame husband in this episode, but he is allowed to leave Bonnie if he wants to. His behavior towards his loved ones is absolutely f***ed, but crippling your husband because he leaves you is controlling and psychotic, especially when Bonnie eventually does something even worse in our next episode. I know you have been waiting for this one. In international affairs, Bonnie and Lois are going on an overseas trip together, and of course, Bonnie has some nasty plans.
You ready to go, Lois?
I sure am. Kids, you mind your father while I'm gone. Love you.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Oh my God,
Oh
she's
my
doing it
God,
too.
what a beautiful room. Look at all the people on the street. Not a lot of people of color here, but the ones that are black are really black.
I've noticed that too.
Lois is so excited to explore and do normal vacation stuff,
She's gonna do the same thing that Bonnie's doing. I'm guessing. I've never seen this episode.
but Bonnie has other things on her mind.
First, we'll go to the Louvre.
Venus.
Then we'll go shopping along the Champs-Elysees.
I should probably tell you, I didn't come all the way here to go to museums and shops. Lois, I came here to have an affair.
With who?
Anyone?
My God.
The next day, while out for lunch, Bonnie is committed to having her affair. This girl can't even focus on breakfast first.
Oh, Bonnie, would you look at that? I've never seen anything like that before.
You know what I'd really like? A piece of that.
Stop it.
I already told you I'm in Paris to have an affair. I'll even do a Muslim if I have to.
Good Dallas Cowboys, huh? Hello.
Excuse me?
You are American, no? I very much admire your garish handling.
We're not interested, okay? So you might as well just keep moving.
I'm interested.
Would you like to sample a warm French baguette?
Oh my.
Come on, Bonnie, we are leaving.
What?
Look, I'm doing you a favor.
What a f***ing thought. She ain't done yet.
This is such an amazing city.
Lois, didn't you see I tied a tampon to the doorknob?
What does that mean?
It's what we used to do in our sorority when we had company. Don't make a big deal about it. I just needed a change from Joe.
Bonjour.
This is Francois.
Oh, you're serious.
At least he's also paralyzed? We should give her some credit for that, right? No, f*** that. Anyways, Lois goes looking for Bonnie.
Bonnie, I have something very important to ask you.
What is it?
I have so enjoyed your intimacy these past few days.
Please don't ask her to marry her.
Will you stay here with me?
Oh, there you are, Bonnie. I've been looking all over for you.
There's something I need to tell you. Francois has asked me to stay here in Paris with him.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
I invited you on this trip to hang out while I have sex with strangers, and this is how you repay me?
I'll see you back at the hotel.
I apologize for my friend Francois.
Is this girl serious? Well, unfortunately for Bonnie, Lois snitches.
Bonnie, we're gonna miss our plane.
I'm not going with you.
What do you mean?
I'm staying here with Francois. Joe!
I came as soon as Lois told me, Bonnie. I'm sorry that I've been neglecting you lately, but I love you, and I need you.
Lois ain't shit for this.
I'm sorry.
Think about what we have together, honey. Think about our little girl. You need to come home with me. Bonnie, I didn't think it would have to come to this, but I can see there's only one way left to prove my love to you.
Joe! I don't believe it! You're walking! Oh, Joe, I love you! I love you so much!
I love you too, Bonnie!
Let's go home, Joe.
Yeah, whatever. It's a happy ending, but you still cheated. And Joe, what the heck, man? You're better than that. In The Hand That Rocks the Wheelchair, Bonnie is more of a victim for once. This girl is usually the one lying or cheating, but in this episode, it's Joe she needs to worry about.
Hi, honey.
What'd you say?
I just said hi.
Is that Bonnie's dress?
Susie spit up on me and I didn't want to go all the way home, so I just threw this on.
Fine, I guess.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Meg. It's Bonnie. I'll be flying back first thing in the morning.
That's great. See you tomorrow.
Meg is trying to steal Joe away from Bonnie in this episode, and to prevent Bonnie from stopping her, she has a little plan.
Ma'am, is this your bag?
I don't know how that cocaine got in there.
Ma'am, this bag contains a concealed weapon. I'm gonna have to place you under arrest.
You're gonna have to come with us, ma'am.
What happened to the Coke?
There's no Coke in here.
Oh, Ricardo's gonna kill me.
This girl was gonna smuggle drugs across the border. Wow. Again, she's definitely the victim in this episode. But damn. Can I get some though, Bonnie? I won't snitch. In The Most Interesting Man, Lois wants to go to the shooting range with Bonnie, so she needs Peter to watch the kids. While out, he gets bored as but when he sees the drunken clown from across the street and multiple clowns, he does this.
Is that your little one there?
Oh, no, it's just the way I'm sitting. Oh, my God, it's only been 5 minutes and I'm already bored out of my mind. A clown? Hello?
Peter, where the hell are you? You gotta get down to the clam, man. There's like 60 clowns in here.
I can't. I gotta watch Stewie. Man, I gotta get over there. Okay, it's okay. As long as I can still see him.
What a idiot. But we're not here for Peter. Like I said, Lois wants to go to the shooting range with Bonnie. And when she says this, we get another wild Bonnie Swanson cutaway gag.
All right, Peter. Bonnie invited me to the shooting range. Bonnie says she goes every week.
Next time you should bring someone else.
Is Joe really that bad that you need to pretend to shoot him? I'm sure being married to someone in a wheelchair is hard, but Joe's probably one of the nicest characters in Family Guy. So yeah, this girl just sucks, dude. In Better Off Meg, it's Meg's birthday, but when she comes home from school, her family is missing.
Hello? Did you know it was skip day?
Hello?
Mom, where are you guys?
Who is this?
It's Meg. Where is everyone?
Well, this can't be Meg. She's with us here at the pier.
Who is that?
Someone who says she's Meg.
Give me that. If this is you, what's your birthday?
March 23rd.
I have no idea if that's correct. Now let's get back to the fair and enjoy our March 23rd.
These think a barrel with a pink hat is Meg. Can we get a Father of the Year award for Peter, please? Anyways, when the Griffins return home, they learn that Meg is dead. She supposedly died in a car accident while they were out. Or did she?
The girl killed near my apartment was Meg Griffin.
I'm not dead.
She was burned beyond recognition, but identified by her driver's license.
Did you give my ID to the wrong girl? So I guess I'm dead. And no one cares.
No one cares, but everyone is convinced. So much so that they even hold a funeral. I know you've probably been wondering where the Bonnie is, but just listen to what she imagines.
God, I wish it was Joe in that box.
I do too, Bud.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
No, but at this point I know what you're thinking. It'll be soon, babe.
Poor Joe. That woman does not give a f*** about you, dude. She is evil. I can't blame him, though. I'd hit that as well. In Mr. Act, after seeing the product on The Tonight Show, Peter buys Lois a Peloton bike for Valentine's Day. She gets a little too into it, and so does Bonnie.
What the hell? You're not taking this from me, bitch. I hope that mascara burns your eyes out.
How's that cheap wine headache?
Go roll in dirt, you pig.
Your hair dye stinks.
Peter, go cut her power.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, someone's in here. Whoa, did we get that European exchange student I saw on TikTok? Lois, you're hot!
I'm starting to wonder if they're even friends, because this bitch turns on Lois any chance she gets. In Supermarket Pete, for once it seems like Joe is actually going to get a W. Brian wants to work with him on a book, using all of his legendary police stories.
Joe, this stuff is great. You know, we should team up and write a true crime novel. We'll just change a few key details so people care. Murdered on an Indian reservation? Let's try Beverly Hills. I'm thinking we go novel, podcast, docuseries, then full-blown blockbuster.
We'd also be doing this for the families, right?
Oh, right, yeah, sure. We'll give them a sliver of the proceeds. And I'll give the fictional version of their daughter bigger boobs. Like real heavy naturals.
That sounds like a good compromise.
Honestly, we need more Joe and Brian episodes. They're rare as f***. Anyway, the two get really invested in their book, to the point where they start solving a cold case themselves. While researching, they eventually find a key, and Joe weirdly knows exactly what type of key it is.
How can I help you, officer?
We're here with many questions about your daughter.
Is this some sort of sick joke?
We're writing a future hit novel based on your daughter's murder.
What do you want?
Do you happen to have any grainy video footage of her singing an emotional song?
You're both unwell.
Well, that was a bust.
Sorry, I've been holding this in since Burger King.
Let's at least cover it with leaves or something. It's a key to a storage unit.
How do you know that?
Yeah, me and Bonnie have been doing a fun role play thing where...
With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. Twisms.